dangerous team on this map.
Well, let's go ahead and settle the score. Who will reign supreme? Is it Brazil? Is it Korea? Who better to call the action than Achilles and Paper Thin?
One more series here in this arena, one more team to advance further here in the playoffs, and one more to be sent home here today. It's all to play for. DRX just watched their Pacific brothers in PRX advance forward, make it into that top four. They want to join them. They want to face off against each other. But for MIBR, this young squad, the turnaround on their year, and a chance at a second trophy for Aspas, they are going to be hungry for this win.
No doubt about it. I mean, MIBR has looked phenomenal throughout this entire event. And yesterday coming so close against NRG, multiple OTs, and despite Aspas having maybe the best game we've ever seen in VCT, definitely the best game we've seen in Champions, just still couldn't quite get it over the line.
Quick jiggle there, going on punish from flashback, sends out the relay bolt, try to delay, does get pinged though. They now frantically try to spray him out of his position. He is going to get stunned up, but they're still not scaling because they're not sure what else is behind this smoke. Mako now looking to join him in frenzy. Aim is going to be broken. Mako going to be good for one, but Cortezia applies another, and Bane manages to find himself a collapse. Verno and Cortezia both get taken down. Suddenly player advantage here for the side of DRX with Hyunmin on the prowl, swinging it around the back, but it does get noted here. That's right, not going to be connecting. Hyunmin looking for a little bit more, but opts to back away and play this out patiently. They know that they have him boxed in.
They might try to challenge him here. Still have time for a rotate.
Smoke falling, Bane out in front is able to find it, and that is going to be the pistol going the way of DRX.
Yeah, just a kind of a wonky round here to start. MIBR gets the spot onto flashback, and they just can't commit to it before Mako's able to get there and at least bail them out. Just unbelievable for Bane there. Finds that collat, gets things started off on the right foot for DRX, who has had the America's numbers, that's for sure, but MIBR, a very different beast right now. So many talented players on this team, and we've seen what they can do on this map already. We saw them best team Heretics on it. We saw what Aspas can do once he gets that op in hand. Good start for DRX. Mako looking for any joy he can find here. Artazine, though, slides in. Green has to back off, and kind of an odd situation here. Nice shot from Hyunmin. Bane to follow up.
Just refilling that space at top of mid. It's the catch on the lurk. A couple more players going to be going his way, given that it was the Ghost that rings out and will not be able to hold his own. Gets some damage across on Verno, but now Mako playing point. Tries to make them back away. Paranoia going to be sent, but Aspas able to dodge it, but does take a good shot through that box. So finds himself down to 37.
It's a nice read. Getting that there's at least a couple players over on to B. Let's go A. Simple, good decision-making, good recognition of their situation, but flashback coming on in with a judge. Still has the relay bolt, still has the dash.
He loses this somehow, though. It'll be a very good post-plant weapon for MIBR to try to scoop up. He's going to be rerouted, make his way through the alley. Up and over the top goes Hyunmin, hits the saturate, connecting there on Verno. And now flashback goes to the slide, and he's going to be able to collect all three remaining players. Just Bane the fall, no weapons going to be lost there aside from the Ghost. Defuse comes in, it's a 2-0 start for DRX.
Yeah, so far, you got to like what you're seeing from DRX in terms of not giving up too much easily towards MIBR, at least in an anti-eco round. Give them much hope. Yeah, Aspas good for one. Certainly the GOAT is always going to be good for one, it feels like, at the minimum.
Good for 80 yesterday.
No kidding. Just unreal. Watching him, that ace in overtime was one of the greats, one of the great plays that'll live on in Valorant history for forever. Now a tough round for DRX. A rifle, a judge, a marshal, a guardian, a stinger. A lot of different varieties. Want to get aggressive with that judge, but obviously MIBR knows it's there. Knows it's a consideration in this round.
Oh, he's going to go sliding forward. He's going to be rewarded with one. Artisan going to be taken down. Mako on the trade, but not before he finds Shenum. So player advantage as well as that Phantom scooped up here for flashback. Puts it to use. On the head there. Oh, Aspas finding Verno. As it's another 3K for him. And Spike right there, straight in front of his sights. Desia able to find a one. To be the 1v4 clutch to deny this bonus conversion.
Spike down, calling Bane over. Add a little bit of extra layers to protecting it. Don't have too much left here for Cortezia currently. He's taking his time, clearing angles. DRX happy to just hold one side or the other. He's been so good this event. Let's see if he's got some magic. Might have seen the arm of Flashback there.
Flashback also playing like he saw Cortezia.
I have retrieved the spike.
Spike is picked up and gets the shutdown. It's a great shot to be able to find him on the back of the slide, but Bane there is that second layer. Cannot get that transfer. The 3-0 start is DRX. Get the bonus converted.
Kind of curious. You know, I thought, oh, DRX picking defender side. Well, clearly this is their more comfortable side of the map. Protocols look nice. Flashback able to find some good timings, able to win some fights out in the open. Nice against Verno onto Aspas. So far, so good for DRX. But absolutely MIBR can punch back. Seen it plenty. Flashback has an ult. Tezia close. His neural theft. See if that's how they want to prioritize the orbs, or thinking something a little different here. Probably Verno, but kind of depends. Freeing with some low-lying trips. Well, they are going to go for Cortezia.
Well, they get the neural theft online. Very good to have it. They managed to take that first step towards pulling off a Thrifty. The spot and not be surprised.
It's very true. Freeing, it's identified back pillar. Not that that's going to be a huge shocker in some ways.
He hasn't toggled his camera until now.
Yeah.
Sends it out. Will be cleared, but MIBR pushing forward, looking to take the space here on the site. Just able to get a grab there, but Freeing finds a headshot. Unseen going to be taken down as the ping reveal comes through. Freeing quickly finds himself a second kill. Now the two remaining players boxed in, low on weaponry, just as Freeing trying to hold the line. Will be Freeing with a 3K of his own. Deny the Thrifty attempt away.
You have to like what you're seeing from DRX in terms of just not making mistakes. They're playing really clean, really solid macro and micro. You know, waiting for everybody to group up before they push around towards the front of sight. Really patient, also hitting some really nice shots as Freeing. Finding those headshots quickly. Picks himself up a 3K on the B site. And it looks like we're going to have a quick timeout from MIBR.
Wasn't sure if it was going to go in the previous round, but waiting until the next buy does come through. Fraud looking to try to right the ship here for the team. We've seen how well prepped MIBR can be when it comes down to their opponent's map picks. Have had some struggles on their own. Needs to try to turn the tides here very quickly.
Well, it had to be a huge shock going into this map veto, right? The fact that DRX goes for Corrode instead of Sunset, you know, in a lot of ways. I mean, I think, you know, knowing Termi's kind of MO, he usually doesn't go for risks like that. He's usually the kind of guy who's going to just let it kind of ride what their ideas are, what their prep is. And especially with seeing Corrode previously, a lot of it from MIBR, I thought maybe they'd at least make a go of that, let it float. You know it's going to be MIBR's pick, but instead they go for the curveball, and so far it's been right on point. It's been strikes all the way.
Also curious if they, once they got through the draft, anticipated Flashback playing this Neon. He's done plenty in the past, but you might have very much thought that it was going to be just that Yoru alongside the Waylay, rather than sticking with something that's a little bit older for DRX.
This is a huge round already, seemingly in this map. MIBR, let's see what they got. Aggressive push out.
DRX is looking for a crunch play here. Now that the weapons are back in hand, but Hyunmin not going to be seeing much over at Tiles. Refracts back up the top mid, and MIBR very easily able to get away from the trap.
Yeah, good read off the rip. MIBR doesn't give anything over and gets quite a decent amount of util.
Oh. Not wide enough to be able to get the spot here on the Cortezia, and also is not toggling the camera, but now he's going to be out of line of sight of this. Spot out, but Flashback winning the fight. Plenty of damage taken. He's literally down to just double-digit HP here. 11 remaining on him.
This tripwire can be jumped. This is going to be devastating. I don't think they have any idea.
The camera not see him at all. The answer is going to be no. Cortezia able to find that kill. Now the neural theft immediately going to be invested. Hyunmin has to back away as the plant comes through from Shenum. Still a paranoia here for the post plant, as well as a recon of their own. Verno trying to send that in towards Market, but Mako constantly disrespecting those smokes, constantly finding value through them. Paranoia sent out, flashback, clears the trip. Wall going up, some spam shots, a relay bolt to further delay. Flashback finds himself out onto the site, finds himself dead, but is able to find the one, but can't get the follow-up, just taking too damn low, but time is ticking away. A 3v2 for the retake, PRX, trying to keep the streak going. Bane on the readjust, is able to find Hotspot as Genman cleans up the enemy Omen. Defuse to come through, and PRX will maintain perfection, now 5-0.
Unbelievable. I mean, love what Cortezia with relay, the info that Fraud feeds him over during the timeout. Get that position past the tripwires into the back lines of DRX, but it's still not enough. They're still just too clean, too crisp right now. The last time that Mako and Aspas faced off was Champions 2023, back when Aspas was in Loud in the group stages, and it was actually DRX who won that battle against that Loud core, that Champions core. So it's been a little while since these two tremendous veterans have squared off, and so far it's been Mako and company getting the better of Aspas's MIBR.
Spot on a one, but it's going to be Aspas tagged, so no real easy use of a Hunter's Sphere to try to find an early pick. I think you heard it there. The end of the replay, though, Fraud saying, get off site. Playing way too contained. They're just getting on top of us. Let's see if that adjustment's going to be able to come through.
That's a good shout. Got a little bit extra post-plant utility there. You're getting close to Verno's ult. Should have a good, deep setup if you can get there. That's a nice shot from Aspas.
Critical opening. Bane taken down. Hunter's Fury. Only other ultimate aside from flashbacks here. Now out of the equation. He is in deep. It's a spot on the one. He's going to continue to try to scale. Poison Orb actually does save him off, and I think that had that not bloomed, he might have been baited forward. Now, just spaces in, dips in, gets one, gets out. Just Neon on Sova action across the map here between both sides.
That eliminates the Hunter's Fury from a possibility in the round. Yes, he gets it in death.
30 seconds left.
Flashback not going to be challenged on that angle just yet. Cortezia again trying to take some space, and a TP over. It's going to be difficult for DRX.
Plant going to be coming through. Mako falling into the trap. Cortezia able to find him, freeing, however, maybe here a little bit faster than they anticipate. Smoke goes up, and Hyunmin now peeking into mid, able to find one. And Cortezia does well to find another, but freeing has now opened up the site. Rap is getting ready to come through here at B main, and Artisan should have him get the rights, but freeing somehow gets the kill. It's not planted for Cortezia, so he's got to come pushing forward, and freeing is just too fast. Incredible shots to get DRX 6-0.
Okay. That's how it's going to be. This is scary for MIBR. How many times have we seen at this event that somebody pulls off a spike and just hits a headshot?
Is this a buff? Has there been a buff? Did you get off the spike faster?
Yeah. Did they increase the drawdown time? Like, oh my God.
The post-spike defusal aim assist that is in the game that I don't know about.
But I mean, I love the way MIBR plays that round. The macro's great. Cortezia's cutting off rotations. They find a free B site. They've got DRX in complete disarray, but they lose to freeing, basically. It's absolutely insane.
TV forward here in the mid. Aspas's going to be popping the overdrive. Paranoia connecting here on the Bane. Hiding in around the corner. It's not able to find it. Aspas cleaning up one, pushing in, finds a second. Gunman dead to rights. Bring, however, continuing to be the final boss here of this site. Let's shut down to go to the opposite side. The Ping reveal off the neural depth. Spots out far too many targets surrounding him here. Peeks in for another. He's able to find Verno. This is the best chance now here for MIBR. Door broken, a reposition. Shenham looks to try to get this spike planted. Full kit of util available for flashback, but Cortezia finds a fantastic timing to shut him down. Now all on Mako's shoulders. Delivered some incredible clutches, but from this position, I just don't think he's going to be able to get it started. So Shenham reading incredibly well.
Not ready
exactly
yet.
Where his opponent's going to be.
Should be unwinnable.
Time gone away. Mako maybe just trying to see if he can get a punish here on the economy. Will be able to find one.
Cover
Looking
going
now
out.
to just backpedal and go for the save. So MIBR at long last going to be able to get themselves here on the board in round number 7, but they are still a massive deficit to try to claw back.
Yeah, and I like it from MIBR. Just go into, one of the simple plays that they have. Something you see a lot from them Obviously with different agents, but with the Waylay instead of the Neon, the Paranoia. Do a quick push-up from Aspas, and this time he's got the overdrive. Rocking and rolling. Great setup for him. Great relay bolt to get the second. Couldn't get any further. However, this time around, able to hold the post plant quite nicely. And that's huge. So honestly, I think MIBR playing a decent macro game. They're getting beat. Some of the contact plays, you know, something that they have generally been really, really good at this event.
Aspas going in for a check, but yeah, it's going to be Odyssey now taking down the Hunter Sphere, coming across as well here from Bane, looking for a punish, but looking at everyone able to get out wide away from it for the overdrive. Can't quite find the kill there on Aspas, but puts him down to 43. 3v3 now. The dust does get settled, and ult expended. No avail here for DRX. They're going to pump the brakes and look to go ahead and re-clear back over towards A main. And Mako out a little bit deeper. Sets up that one way to maybe try to bait them forward.
Just depends. They read this or not. DRX trying to close. Freeing.
This continues to be on one. Double stack setup. The smoke can be recycled, and Mako gets a fadeaway shot. Bans the second layer. Swings in to finish the job. They open the door for a brief little moment for one singular round, but now they slam it right back in MIBR's face as DRX guarantee themselves a lead at the half.
It's just a set play off the rip. They've got the Hunter's Fury, they've got the overdrive, and somehow Flashback hits an unbelievable sliding shot to open things up as well. That's just classic DRX. Those set plays.
I need this.
I always thought that DRX stands for does ridiculous executes. Like they just have it in them to just find these moments.
Pretty good one. +2.
Thank you. I think that's the first time you've ever awarded me points.
Probably.
It's a good day.
There's time for that to change. Been a rough one so far here for MIBR once again.
Got some dad jokes.
Hold off on that. Inferno going to be taken down. Great shot though from Artesine. Flashback has been a consistent thorn in their side. Freeing. Getting timing to bit.
Oh.
Stuck back around the corner. Just fast enough to avoid falling. And actually his face is in the mid to find Aspas. Now Mako arriving.
Spike down mid.
Finds the backstab on Shannon before he can get the backstab on Freeing.
They're so well drilled. I mean, every time they're taking fights, it's two players against one, it feels like. Outside of Flashback, just winning some crazy 1vx situations. Yunmin, though, could be in a precarious position.
Now the recovered weapon, Artesine going to try to check every single angle, but Yunmin will be able to find it. And shot into the spray down, 8-1. DRX expounding upon this lead.
I mean, now you got to wonder, do you have to use your second timeout as MIBR this early?
I think you do.
I mean, their defender side was good against Heretics, but I don't know if you can let this go any further.
Not so fancy.
It's just crazy how disciplined they are right now. I mean, this is the best I think I've seen from DRX since the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah. It's looking very clean. So in fact, that second timeout does have to come through. It's just too much of a deficit. You can use this to convert, to run back these next 3 rounds, make it an 8-4. You do start feeling a bit more cozy.
Yes.
Clean up a pistol, get an operator into the hands of Aspas, have him find that map-wide impact with it. It's got to be the game plan here for MIBR, but it has to start now. It cannot start at the half.
Fully agree. And the other thing is, to build on what you're saying, is that if you could get those 3 in a row going into the second half, get the pistol, all of a sudden you have a tremendous amount of momentum and energy behind you. And that's something that this team thrives on. That's something that's going to get Arts in, that's going to get Cortezia standing up. And that's what they need. They need that injection of energy, that spirit that has carried them so well throughout this event.
Sometimes it can just be a bit of a softer start. I mean, this guy's through the ringer. You think about the series that they played yesterday.
Right.
How many times they were going through OTs only to fall short after breaking the best of 3 global kill record. There's got to be some exhaustion. There's got to be some tiredness that needs to be shaken off here for MIBR. 4 ultimates to try to utilize here. To rescue as many rounds as they possibly can. Crunch attempt outside of A. Nothing going to be spotted there. As Bane immediately pivots over to join in alongside Freeing. Changes up the cam setup.
Camera taken out.
Further
Gate
back
trigger.
situation here for him.
Change up for the trips, too.
Going over the top, able to get the spot on just to the one.
Oh, no.
Virgin path's now going to be gone. As Venom does manage to TP back through into the smoke, out to safety. That's completely shut the door on this site here. What does MABR now try to do? They have to be wary about a potential flank around the back.
They're watching for it, at least. Artson is ready.
Oh, and Free is just facing forward for free.
Huge shot. That's really big. Gets rid of all that Cypher util.
Hunter's Fury to try to further open things up, check these corners. Hyunmin going to be taken down. Bane playing forward, trying to find one, but cannot find any. Flashback has arrived. Gets the one kill, tries to get the reset, but Tezia still alive, still breathing, and now it is down to Mako. Once again, he looks for the first, finds it, but cannot get the reset. Big 3K here for Tezia. As MIBR will be able to double up their round count.
Yeah, the timing here, really nice for MIBR that they're able to get back to safety after the convergent pass. If they had been a few steps further forward, could have been a very different situation. Instead, they're able to reset, get that big opener from Cortezia. Keep marching forward. A 3K for him. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. Now, a couple more. You definitely should start to believe.
You've got DRX off the ult cycle. Still have that pit for a post plant. Didn't need it in the previous round. Gemmin going up and over, gets the spot. His exit, his flashback, trying to scale. So similar ideas here on the opposite side of the map, trying to get that crunch, but instead they find themselves back in the mid, and Verno's going to be dead at tiles. Clearing out the camera, grabbing up the orb, denying that away, potentially from the MIBR players.
Hyunmin just absolutely bailed Mako out. What a crazy good shot.
They also get an immense amount of damage on the Chenem. Moment now down to 18. Drone not going to be able to check in the mid, so Artesian and Ospas unscouted for now, but suspicions certainly aroused here from the side of DRX. As the wide swing comes through. The crossfire set up, Bane able to find the one, but Ospas doing well to get the reset, find that kill, but flashback still here. Spike stuck inside of B main. There's no health really remaining on this. Ospas needs to come to the rescue. Never mind. Gentlemen just find the headshot. And now a 2v1. Have the spike. The first one found. Mako has fallen.
Left.
Now just down to freeing. Hasn't retapped it. Staring in towards main. Freeing. Just back behind the box here in the corner of Mark, and as that smoke dissipates, Jenem has to lend credence to this angle. He's going to end up out into the open, and Freeing can easily collect. No consecutive round wins to be found here in the half. DRX, and once again, looking at a 10-2.
It's just impressive how quick DRX is able to find these first kills and then just reset. Go back into some defaults, hold the line. You know, some good trades here and there. Zenom doing everything he could in this round. Played it magnificently with 18 HP, but it just wasn't quite enough. Could be a 9-3. MIBR. Love to believe in curses if they can get this to go.
Like maybe a play for the orb if you can get that. Ospas can get the ult online, potentially pass that Vandal over. For now, has been able to dodge out the utility. Seems like he doesn't have any interest in this at all. Mako on the spot check. We'll see plenty of players, and here we go. Will be the overdrive picked up. Hasn't passed it over, now does so. Stinger going to be in behind this one as Artesian does get the Vandal.
Look at this, all of DRX is here though. They're going to challenge. They might swing in.
It's likely about to get very messy as the saturate goes in, but flashback, the first one to fall, the overdrive now going to be hopped, and Ospas immediately able to find Bane. Relay bolt connecting Youngman, trying to escape, tucks it behind the box. Mako at distance, able to find the kill there, but gets Ping revealed and taken down by Shenum. Green running out of bullets, has to tuck back there at Street. Youngman clearing out the recon, and Shenum shuts him down. To clear the cam, and Freeing now having to do it all. Two players in around the back of sight, the drone forces him back away. Gets a final spot as well as the reveal. Gets tagged down to 56.
Beautiful work there with the smoke in conjunction.
Should be round in the bag here for the side of MIBR. Has to wait for the smoke to fall, but no one there. Could be tucked in, could be anywhere. Freeing, needing to check every single angle. Confirms the presence of two, but even if he could find them, I don't think he's going to be able to read Chenem's position up on top of the box. The time is dwindling. further damage found, and this one is certainly over. Cortezia able to find it. It's going to be 3-9 here at the half.
A pretty crazy start to this match. DRX on their defender side, just stalwart. So difficult for MIBR to get much done, but able to find 3.
Now they move over to that defending side. Still an opportunity if they can get that opening pistol. Really start that snowball for the squad. They absolutely cannot run this one back. As we go into the halftime, we're going to go ahead and send it down where Lou is hanging by with Verno's dad.
Et j'ai un papa stressé, mais un papa très fier à mes côtés aux arènes. Trey, Verno's dad, just joined me for an interview. So Trey, the first thing I wanted to ask you is, we've seen your son taking the IGL responsibilities recently with MIBR. So did he always have that, you know, big brain, mastermind energy, let's say, back then?
Absolutely. I say you combine that with the competitive challenge that he likes to take on in any task that he's taking on. So that could be everything from Rubik's Cube to you know, think about Minecraft and just any game he wanted to take on when he's younger. But yes, IGLing, no question.
Very competitive spirit from your son, for sure. Donc, la première question, est-ce que ton fils a toujours eu un peu cet esprit big brain, un peu de mastermind, puisqu'on le sait, c'est l'IGL des MIBR? Et bah oui, il a toujours été très compétitif dans tout ce qu'il fait, que ce soit sur d'autres jeux, que ce soit sur du Rubik's Cube ou ce genre de choses. Il a un esprit de tryhard. And we know how emotions can be on those hectic games, you know. So how do you handle the stress of seeing your son one match away from the big arena, even though they're struggling a bit right now for the boys? Do you have any words for them, maybe?
I do. I've got 2 things. One, they accepted him on the team. I mean, this was a new country, new team, new language, and the best compliment he received was, "You're almost Brazilian." So this is a team that's here to win. Good luck, guys. Vamos, Brazil.
Vamos Brazil, and let's see, of course, if they can take the win. Donc, deuxième question, on a vu qu'on galérait un petit peu côté MIBR. Est-ce que tu as des mots pour les aider, pour les encourager? Comment tu gères un peu ce stress? Et ben voilà, moi je le gère. Verno est arrivé dans une nouvelle équipe, nouveau pays, nouvelle langue, etc. Et le meilleur compliment qu'on lui ait fait, c'est tu es presque brésilien comme nous. So let's see now. Thank you very much, first of all, for joining me, Trey. And let's see now if it's going to be time for resilience on Sunset for the MIBR boys.
Proud father watching his son here on stage, the biggest stage of all. Sees him now in a position potentially down and out, but that run back certainly can get started here in this second half. For now, though, for the Coinbase Econ Report, we'll take a look at Freeing, as he has just been incredible.
Yeah, this is a huge boon for DRX. Freeing hasn't had the greatest tournament. This isn't Tahoe Freeing. This isn't, you know, kickoff into Bangkok Freeing that we've seen in the last couple of iterations of DRX this year. But today, what a time to find his moments and start stepping up. Shout out to Cortezia on the other side, 12 kills for him as the opponent Cypher. Now you go into MIBR's generally pretty fearsome defender side on this map. I mean, they had this scoreline themselves against Heretics. It was 9-3. So certainly this is a mega huge pistol.
No, absolutely. It's going to be full ghosts purchased here for MIBR. Similar for DRX. Mako, of course, always going to be favoring the classic, and flashback with a frenzy. Going to look to close the gaps. Quick clear of that camera here in B main. Hopefully Cortezia backing away, playing safe as Shunman goes up and over the top. And can't quite get that catch. Had him paranoid up, and now it's just going to be a counter slide, and Cortezia makes use of the chaos. Be able to find a kill here on a flashback.
Great fast rotations for MIBR there. Not expecting it was flashback.
It's only a minor amount of damage dealt here on the 2 players. Odyssey and Cortezia, both down to 74. Paranoid goes across, connects here on the Bane, has to backpedal through the wall, and Alpha at the same time able to scale forward, finding 2 quick kills as Shunman and Mako both get taken down. Freeing can only find the one as Alspas comes alive. The much-needed pistol collected at MIBR. They take that first step.
Just gotta like the protocols that they've gotten into place. If they're gonna go B, we rotate quick, and we just play for the retake. Great ping out from Verno. Continues to be stellar with the Sova util. And just beautiful. Only losing, I think, 1 player there throughout the chaos. They get to come in to this anti-eco. Some pretty fearsome firepower. Rifle for Aspas. Cortezia with the Guardian. Zenom with the Bulldog.
Onspot's actually swapping over, goes for the Outlaw instead.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Get those snipers online nice and early. This is where the pain can certainly begin for DRX.
Ready for a few more collats?
Oh, yes. It's incredible to witness the first time out and love to see it again. If you could replicate that success.
Oh, yes.
And that is going to be MIBR. Feeling very cozy. See, though, for now, just the full classics. Looks like Drone's still going to be invested into the round here for DRX. It's a spot on Inferno, quickly clears it.
Here.
Hanging out with that Stinger, but Onspot's now presence is known. Finds the headshot, didn't need it, but put a little flare on it. Takes down Freeing for a little bit more and will be rewarded. Flashback now dead. Spike stranded. It's another 3K with just Mako to fall. Inferno cleans it up, and it's a flawless anti-eco from the side of MIBR to really jumpstart the engine.
Exactly what they needed. And this defender's side sniping has proved to be so challenging for so many teams to get through. Aspas is the best. And he just showed you why. Completely isolating that spike there. No chance for them to even get into a position to plant it.
He's one away from an overdrive.
He's had a phenomenal start, just flying here. As you kind of expect. And 1/2 armor on Bane. And they had to go to a Guardian or Mako to get him to full armor.
Recom's cleared, Paranoia sent, Refract has to be taken. Shock not going to be finding any damage, zones him away here for the moment. Everyone playing away from mid aside from Mako, but then not really committing to a full peek in. Seems like they've got a decent read on what Onspot's position was going to be. Said 4 players clustered now, getting ready to move forward in towards Zenom. Here at Alley. Drone looking for the spot. Really only catches the head of one, but weapon of another.
A couple guns there. Nobody making too big of a move for MIBR on the map. It's going to be on Zenom. See these omens, throw the Paranoia, TP over.
Leg spotted. Ospas again able to find the headshot. Brings full armor, meaning absolute jack. Paranoia will connect on the Zenom. A double take, but no! He actually catches a glimpse of Flashback and taken down. He at the same time holding Levine Inferno there on the site. In this round is a catastrophe for DRX. So well piloted for MIBR as Mako tries to pull a rabbit out of a hat, but he cannot find it. Bonus is converted, and MIBR beginning their own similar streak here on the defense.
Oh, you'd better begin to believe after that. The headshot with the Outlaw to kick things off. And then DRX tries to get it going. How in the world? Just feeling it there. And Flashback doesn't check the corner until it's too late.
Get guns, boys.
As you can see here, a little bit of shakiness from DRX on these executes.
It's an immediate timeout call from DRX. Not liking what they were seeing there. Going to be kicked back onto potential sheriff buy for the team. Very fast intervention here from Termi.
For sure. And it was the exact same thing on the other side. Bonus went to DRX and immediately timeout from Fraud. So you gotta right the ship quickly. You've given yourself such a nice advantage as DRX. Want to make sure that you keep MIBR at arm's reach. Don't give them that opportunity to get that courage, get that energy, get that vivaciousness that they have. Just curious to see what they want to do. I thought, when I looked at this comp for DRX, I thought this is going to be a great B exec comp. Like it feels a little bit like you have more ability to kind of claim space there versus A. I think it's a lot harder unless your coordination is really good between Hyunmin and Flashback on, clearing those angles. Maybe send one left, one right, but so far they haven't really looked like they're in sync. They're not quite able to get those opening kills that they need.
Hardly been able to find any kills so far in this half. Flashback still sat at 12. Zaspas still set in mid. Decides to back away though. And it's just going to be Artesian shutting the door. They still want to try to make this crunch happen here onto the site. They'd opt to go for these Stinger purchases on 4 players. Relay Bolt to try to clear out. Artesian able to find a shot on the one, and Mako gets taken down as well. And all the entry power really starts to fall to the wayside.
Spike down B.
This is the 1-2 pump and a flawless finish, MIBR. shrugging off that force up here on the Stingers. They're now 2 rounds away from tying it up.
Just so good in the decision making here. Great from Artson. And Aspas, man, just so incredible with the snipers. The 1-2 hits the trailing player, adjusts for the lead. And now you're getting real close, 7-9. MIBR making the comeback happen.
The Aspas could have just kept the outlaw if he wanted. He's still got 3 players that would be susceptible. As Verno quickly shrugging off the pressure here from Flashback. Up and over the top goes Hyunmin. But Verno swats the fly. Aspas a peek in the alley, freeing dead. Bane around the corner, shut him on the hunt.
Enemy remaining.
He gets the kill. It's damn near flawless again. MIBR looking alive and well on this defense.
Oh, man. Just everything executed so well here.
Remaining.
We're expecting Hyunmin to peek quick. Crosshair is perfect. The reaction great from Verno. Of course, Aspas right there with the operator. Tossed it off the map so you could go back to the outlaw. Figures that's got 2 bullets in the chamber instead of 1. It's better.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty of money. They're cash capped. It's fine.
Can make some frivolous decisions with the economy at this point. Once again, door just going to be shut. Bring Sap back while the rest of the team tries to explore around here on the B site. Clear the camera. Considering who they want to give this orb to, it looks like it is going to be Hyunmin trying to get that convergent paths on lines. 1 away. And once again, PRX rotating out, reading this decently well. Aspas has come to reinforce this site, but unless they can get onto the A quickly, displace Verno, still going to be in for a world of pain.
Yeah, for sure. Just gonna clear this orb. Kind of curious if they want to just give it straight to Hyunmin and try to use it to get this round to go. I mean, you're starting to get desperate. It's going to be tied up if you can't get this Thrifty to come through.
Rocco setting out the paranoia across the backside, goes TPing forward right in front of Verno's face, but it's Cortese to collect. Verno dropping down, has the reveal, freeing, gone, gets the headshot on the flashback, cleans up Bane. And on this attack, PRX have not been able to do anything right. MIBR continuously shut them down and read them like a book.
Both teams start their defender side 6 in a row. But MIBR is looking a little bit cleaner. And it's starting with this guy right here, the IGL, Verno. Verno's parents got to love that. For sure. Because he is being a menace.
Hunter's Fury online. Sprint forward, Hyunmin, convergent paths, getting a catch here on Agenda, but if they can't find these targets, it might not matter at all. The Hunter's Fury now going to be coming through, Hyunmin having to refract back. Damage out on the flashback, sitting here alongside the wall, getting decayed even lower. Pushes forward, but the shorty's there, and Artisan cuts him down to size. Spike in play, but it's a 4v5 for the post plant. Cam does get cleared out. Aspas, deep line, rotating around the back with that operator in hand, going now through the attacker's spawn and freeing. Might just get caught off guard. It's down in towards mid, but I believe that Aspas should be hearing this as Bane is trying to dodge out this drone.
He's got the Hunter's Fury. Aspas going towards mid.
Rotating around, freeing, not going to be able to clear this door fast enough. Dead to rights, and now the weapon swap can come through. Aspas looking for the breakthrough, cannot find it. Him at the same time, able to find 2 back over on the site, gets blinded, finds a 3rd. Somehow, some way, DRX converting this round, breaking the win streak here from MIBR as they get themselves up to double digits. Monstrous performance here from Hyunmin. So we will have to see those kills back.
Holy cow. This looks so nice for MIBR. Oh, Hyunmin.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
right as the paranoia is coming through, he gets the spot. Challenges the angle. No, he's screwed anyway. It's a nice play. Man, I love the way Aspas lurks, though. Seen it a lot from him. Something Fraud has said that they've got into their game plan. That he, at times, is going to be that lurker, that flanker, and almost was the difference maker, but somehow, some way, Hyunmin just does it. Now Flashback with an op here for DRX.
Saw how good he was in his last series. From the attack, certainly a big change-up, but all players now from DRX clustered here. Artesian, forward committed position. Smoke up onto Market. Gonna bloom the orb to try to go ahead and stay quiet in the corner. He tears them all to pieces! 3 quick kills! He just never even considered it. They don't be able to find one, but nothing more than that. We are tied up at 10-10. MIBR not letting DRX start to run away with this again.
Yeah, and I think you could see some of the lack of comfort that DRX has on this map because they're not checking these corners. There was no one to clear that recon dart if it was able to scan that position that Artesian was in. But they don't. It goes deep to try to set up Hyunmin for the dash.
Oh, with those kills, it's going to be a pit online for Artesian. And a second timeout call here for DRX. So both coaches fully involved. Now no longer able to intervene.
When you just gambled so much economy into that round as DRX, going for that operator. I mean, yes, you have an overdrive, so you've got the ability to kind of go for some kind of half buy here or something like that and still get the job done, but gonna have to really dig deep here as DRX. Gonna need something more than just a Hyunmin hero play. You're gonna make a go of this. MIBR is too good. They've got you at every twist and turn, and they've got all kinds of little ideas. Bruno just can hold sight by himself. That's a problem. You tuck players into weird spots they're not expecting. Aspas has a sniper. That's just a problem for everybody everywhere all the time. There's so much to contend with.
And because of the previous rounds being so one-sided for MIBR's favor, there's no way to break the economy from here. Everybody's still just going to have so much to last the distance into OT. See though, Vandal, a Guardian, a Bucky. Gonna push into mid where Aspas is about to thrive. Finds the first, the Bucky now on the floor. Pit immediately gonna be invested, locking off all of that approach to A.
They didn't see him doing that last time that he tried to push out, I don't think. So I don't think they have protocols ready.
Now on the angle here as well in Market. Delays further with the relay bolt. Tizia able to find Hyunmin scaling forward over towards Boba. Tried to go for the double dash entry. Ping on the one. Mako dead. DRX frazzled and absolutely screwed in this round. Maybe some weapons potentially to be collected here in mid, but it is not looking great as Aspas is certainly feeling it now. Another multi-frag round and potentially another flawless here. As MIBR look to go ahead and regain this lead for themselves. Spain will be able to find one, finds two. Still in this fight, but this would be an ace clutch. A couple fans here in the arena cheering for it already, but he is still a world away from making this happen.
Yeah,
perhaps if he can find a kill on Artesian, open up this ace site, maybe then it'll be in the works.
That's wanting, but yeah, he's got to get Artesian.
There's nowhere for him to hide. Earl Def just come through. Smoke now blooming. Artesian may be able to find a great time if he continues to push as soon as this tap comes in.
Standing ahead.
Might just have him dead to rights, and right now Bane not paying attention to this. The snake bite gonna be landing at his feet, and Artesian will deny it away from him. The lead regained. MIBR 2 away from taking their map pick.
Yeah, these defensive side protocols, so strong, but it's just this aggressive push up ahead of the smoke. DRX doesn't have something to try to break that angle, whether it be something from the Sova, deep pieces of util. So Aspas just happy to take that reading. That freeing was going to go for the gun, just shuts him down with the shorty, and you couldn't even get the overdrive into play in that round. Just gets knocked out right off the rip. Let's see what DRX wants to do.
3 ultimates to try to utilize. There's a big reveal as Shadow frantically trying to find this damage. Inferno quickly scaling forward in behind him, and no one's paying attention. He's just running at him, and he's mowing them down one after the other. Already DRX sent reeling Bane down to 9 health. And every single time they try to go for a strategy, MIBR, they just disrespect it. Bane gets cut in half. Double stack here to watch over towards top mid. Cortezia can quickly counter swing out. Should Freeing be able to find one. We'll smoke the angle. There's a push in. Freeing is just not ready for it at all. Clean from Artizine as LIBR get up to map point.
I mean, they've just got such great reads on the timings here. The reinforcements from DRX are completely cut off. They just don't push forward for some reason. Not sure what is going on there. Your two duelists are left on an island and they don't...
Yeah, like they don't have an ear.
No.
You can't hear them coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. Now MIBR looking to bring this one to a conclusion, avoid an overtime. I think they certainly had their full fill of them yesterday. That follow-up shot. Actually not found point just yet. They're not waiting out the ping. Goes for the reposition now. DRX once again scrambling, pushing over towards Verno, who has had their number all half long.
And they're even going to group up with Freeing here. I would have liked to have seen him do a little bit more to track down some players at mid, but just going to try to overwhelm Verno, who has been unstoppable.
Paranoia, but not a fast enough collapse coming through. Bane able to find one, but now Verno strikes and immediately is rewarded with 2 quick kills. Swoop coming in, Freeing. Lost here into the cage. He's actually able to find Cortezia as well as Shannon, but Verno still alive, still breathing, still fragging as Freeing is down to 16. He would love to get this regen shield to start ticking back up. Slowly just backpedaling away. Trying to go on a rotate. 4 bullets left in the magazine here for the moment. Would love to reload this, but just doesn't want to make a lick of noise.
Already getting a little bit of the idea here is MIBR. Aspas on that Neon is going to be able to get there before you can as Freeing. So he's going to have to somehow, some way stop the superstar. So close.
He's not even going to go for a backside plant. That is just going to be Aspas taking him down and bringing this to its end. Only 1 round found on the attack. DRX gets smothered out of Sunset as MIBR recover in the biggest way possible.
Just phenomenal. Hard to do it better than they did on that defender side.
Now it all comes down to this last map pick here from DRX, is sent to see if they can stick around.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with VALORANT.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
So looking for revenge.
There's the shorty, and LBR goes crazy!
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Heretics have come back all the way!
Finally, we won. Finally!
Yeah. Let's go.
Here with Fraud of MIBR. Now, Fraud, before today, literally 0 votes on what DRX's Sunset were going to look like, and it just came down to adaptations for you guys. And a lot of people have struggled against DRX to do so. So how did you guys figure them out so quickly?
Well, we really didn't. On our attack, we played pretty poorly. I had to waste both pauses to try and get us back in the game. Had to adapt. They're a very good team. Like you said, there's really no tape on them, so we really just have to focus on ourselves, and that's something that we've been doing. Like I said last interview, we have a 0-0 mindset, and we just focus on ourselves. So that's pretty much it, what we got to do to be one of the best teams out here.
And how is Sunset going to serve you heading into Ascent?
Just give us a confidence booster. Even if we start the game slow or even if we're down, we still believe that we can win this. So we're just going to give it our all and go out fighting.
Right. Thank you, and best of luck.
And Coach Fraud said it there, courtesy of Jen, right? They believed in themselves, and they sure did on that defensive side. He came back, picked up the win, and that, again, I thought that this was a shoo-in for DRX. So confident, but then, Bea, you just started to see round after round, MIBR were putting it together.
Oh my God, so many things happened this game. Okay, first of all, this is not the first time that we see DRX losing after having a massive advantage, finishing up the half 9-3, and then going into an attack where they do not get a single opener. We saw this executes coming into fruition, even getting the spike down in some of the occasions, very little, but every single time MIBR just stopped them in their tracks. Sometimes it was Aspas on mid, not being contested. Where is the drone? Please, it's Aspas with an operator. We need to force him out somehow.
The jump spots being missing as well, just their eco rounds, they would contact into angles. It was pretty atrocious, but the final boss, I mean, he's feasted as a result of it. He absolutely owns 16-4 was his kills when he got to the defense half of things. And I really don't like DRX's approach to their attack sides when they're running that Neon and Waylay, because I think that they really struggle in terms of that 1-2 punch that is normally so consistent when they're on the Euro and the Waylay. When they have Flashback in that position, it showed massively. Flashback didn't get a single kill when he was on the attack side.
Yeah, obviously not 1-to-1, but it did really feel like that Heretics game when, like, if you feed the beast, he'll only get bigger.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
Funny enough, I don't think that this, like, that Aspas was great on the defense, but I feel like he was just, you know, it's Aspas. He's going to be good, especially at this tournament. To me, the surprise was the rest. Like, in so many occasions, we just saw them walking in and someone being like, oh, I'm still holding this position. Oh, I know exactly where I'm going to be playing for. So you have this space, but literally have zero impact. So, yeah, absolutely crazy. We can understand. I don't think that this Sunset was very ready.
Yeah, maybe. Well, clearly, actually. Not maybe, clearly. But for now, though, let's see what's going on over in the DRX campus. See if we can get anything out of Coach Termi.
Jen here with DRX's Coach Termi. Now, Termi, just quickly, from the mental perspective, did you even need to question it, or is strong mentality something that everyone comes into the second map carrying, not the type of, you know, here we go again type of mindset? 감독님, 사실 이런 비슷한 상황 때문에 울기도 했었고 또 웃기도 했었던 DRX인데요. 이번에는 공격에서의 역전입니다. 좀 어떻게 분석을 하셨고 선수들한테 어떤 얘기를 해주셨는지, 그리고 멘탈 관련해서는 어떤 얘기가 오갔는지 듣고 싶네요.
이번에는 뭐 수비 진영에서는 확실히 선수들이 잘 해내고 있는 것 같고, 공격 진영에서 게임이 힘들긴 했는데 선수들의 멘탈은 사실 걱정이 하나도 되지 않는 상태고요. 굉장히 자신 있는 상태로 게임을 좀 즐기면서 하고 있기 때문에 충분히 이겨낼 수 있다고 생각하고 있습니다.
Well, I think we played solid game on defense, and attack was a bit of a struggle for us, but we're still enjoying the game very much and having fun playing the game, actually. So when it comes to mental, everyone's okay, and I think map 2 should be better for us. Thank you, Termi, and good luck.
All right, I'm going to give him a little bit of flack, only because, or slack rather, because I did see the DRX players coming out, and they were smiling. They were all talking to one another.
They were laughing at the hilarity of losing a massive lead again.
I mean,
because
yeah,
they ended up winning against, did they?
Was it G2?
G2, yeah. They lost in a big way to G2,
no, but
it was Haven
against
Fnatic,
wasn't it?
Yeah, but they ended up losing for the end.
Did it happen again? I don't know. We've seen a lot of matches.
But they came back strong. But they came back
Valorant.
strong on Ascent against Fnatic. So, you know, like, this is clearly something that, like, is an issue for DRX. They need to be able to button those things up early on, and you can't lean on those situations where you're like, well, at least we got Ascent coming up, boys.
You have Ascent coming up, and it's a map that MIBR has not won this entire year.
Yeah.
So that is a great prospect
I guess
for them.
it is, yeah, you're
but
right.
Maybe they bring something different here at Champs, and it is going to be different. Cortesia is going to be moving on to the Vice. I believe this is something that they tried a little bit also with the Tejo back earlier in the year, but not exactly this one. To me, I think that the KO is very important for them and can definitely make the difference.
It's do or die though for DRX. I think they need to fully focus on disrupting this pistol round. Make sure MIBR can't get up to a massive lead of the economy. Aspas was running over them with the Outlaw and the Operator in his hand. They need to disrupt early. They need to do it right now, because otherwise they are going home and Korea's hopes are dashed against the wall.
That's right. The last stand for DRX. Can they hold firm for map 3? Let's send it back over to your casters, Achilles and Paperthin, for their call.
We can only hope. We want to see these teams go to the distance and not leave anything out on the table. We want to see everything committed, every amount of energy, every amount of clutch that they possibly can muster. We want to witness that here as we go into this map. Termi saying that the players' mental state still feeling pretty good coming out of that loss. Still does have to be in the back of their heads. Let's see how we fare though as we go on to their map pick of Ascent.
Especially coming into MIBR's defender side on this map after just a superior performance on Sunset for MIBR. Once they got over to that side, is it going to be that story? Whereas for DRX, this is actually their better side of the map, at least what we saw against Fnatic, where they were able to get a big win there, a big comeback. 6-6 half into a really nice 7-2 attacker side to get the win. So they still feel like this double duelist comp got legs here. And against the team that the desk just mentioned has struggled mightily on this particular map. Last time they played it, it was a 1-13 for Crew against MIBR.
Huge here at Heaven. Aspas able to find one. Just tailwinds over to the side. See a little bit of damage down to 50. Fishing trying to find some shots here on the flashback at Hell, but won't be able to get that contact. Door now going to be shut. Spike going to be planted. DRX here, 4v5 for the post-plant defense. So Mako be out lingering over towards main. It's back in the joining with the rest of the team. Paranoia going to be considered there for a moment, but have to break the door first. This would go straight across on a flashback, who does get caught by it. Pine still one with that frenzy, but Cortezia quick to trade it back. Drop down from Verno, looking for the peek in. Shoulder shot there onto Hyunmin, puts him low on health. More spam coming through, is freeing, also going to be taken down. Mako needing to really try to bail him out as he's the last one standing. Gets a spot on the one, but the defuse is just being stuck. He doesn't have any bullets remaining. Just has to watch as the defuse goes through. MIBR, 2-1 in pistols.
Just a nice early pick for Aspas. You feel like this map has to be so good for him on that jet. He can be a difference maker with those snipers, obviously, but the blade storms are ridiculously good, as we've seen on Abyss time and time again. So a fantastic start on this defender side. DRX there in that post plant just never felt comfortable, and some nice little peeks around the corners of those players in hell to get them weak, to make that just so difficult.
One suppressed.
Look at this, a judge, Bartazine. Scoop up the orb here. He's trying to max what they can on this side of the map, but if they rotate back over, it's going to be into that judge. And you don't have anything unless you wait for Bane's recon dart to come up before you clear that corner.
Worth noting, though, of course, Mako saving armor, not having gone down in the previous. And it's going to be a couple hundred behind the rest of the teammates. It's freeing, picked. Outlaw continuing to be a thorn in the side here for all of the teams that go up against MIBR. Touch now. Look to join that. We'll be able to quickly clean up two here for Artisan as Verno gets the ping reveal, swings the corner, Stinger in hand. Will sim to begin, but we'll be able to find the finisher now.
Spike down.
Love to try to utilize this. Cannot make it happen. Struck down, MIBR. Very clean 2-0 start.
Yeah, another really nice anti-eco. Some really good ideas here. Stack the A side, just in case DRX goes for something pacey. Allow the judge on the other side of the map to just do its thing. They have a great read on that. Sure, a couple ult orbs there scooped up for DRX. Like you mentioned, Mako gonna have to go for the regen instead of that full armor buy because of what happened in the early pistol round. So that Outlaw will be dangerous for the controller of DRX.
Aspas anticipating a TP up over on top of the box there, bottom mid, but not to be seen.
I like that idea, though. Be a great target to find if that were to come through. Ice Wall going to be at the front of A here. Couple thorns around the edges, one by Jen, one on the right. Of course, that arc row is already set up behind Jen as well. Cover any of those executes. So this one, have to dial up a beauty for DRX if they commit to this. Aspas has already leaned into this direction as well.
Fishing for those thorns here, but a little bit of a deeper placement. It's at 0 point. Catch here just on a Bane. Aspas still dialed in on this angle. Going through, flash connecting. Let's force him off the angle here for the moment. His flashback gets forward into the site, finding Cortezia there at hell. Thrown away the enemy jet here for the moment, and Artisan trying to frantically spray towards Switch. This gets countered there by Bane.
Planted.
Solid advantage here for the side of the RX who need this round to be clean. MIBR can continue to work some magic. Freeing on the flank, Verno on the check. Reads it incredibly well and does narrowly win that fight. Down to 5 health. One player fallen. Could be looking for a little bit more. It's Paranoia. Go across and connect onto a few. Catches onto 2. Mako tucked in behind Dice. Bane baiting out the shots here from the Outlaw. Verno still able to find some value. Cleans up Hyunmin, cleans up flashback suddenly. It's damn costly. Supposed to come in, and Aspas to clean him up. Cannot get the defuse around, it's still DRX's. But MIBR makes sure they keep nothing going into round number 4.
Oh, the economic damage here is destructive for DRX. I mean, what great contain. Good idea on the entry. Able to buy time past all that Vice util. Get in there, get the plant down,
One
but
enemy remaining.
man, oh man, Verno. He is absolutely frying.
Aspas the moment. 6-0 operator in hand going into round 4. Take a look at the buy here from DRX. It's not too much behind this. Granted, yes, the Guardian shots can come through, can be very deadly.
Have they bought up for this?
Also smoke off the angle as the drone is going through. Attempt at getting a stray shot in, but ultimately not going to be able to really confirm the position of Aspas with the operator.
Trying to send out a little bit of misinformation there towards mid. It's a matter of if Aspas can hit the shot here against Flashback if he challenges that. PRX has that small layer of ice util there. They're just gonna mess with tapping the orb, seeing if there's gonna be any response from Verno. That Sova util.
None yet. Guard out, he tucks back into sight, able to avoid this. Flashback looking for the entry, but only finds death. Aspas happy to greet him with that one. It's Cortezia able to hold his own for another kill. Mako gets taken down. Henman able to trade it back, but Verno still saddled here at backside. Guardian going to be scooped up, freeing, able to find one. Venom does end up falling, and Henman, did he get the spot? Seems the answer is yes, but he cannot kill Verno. Bane will try, he will fail, as will freeing. A 3K in 3 rounds, MIBR still in control.
The man is a wall right now. Verno absolutely just crushing DRX every time they try to get into his sight. Time and time again. Absolutely nasty. And now you got to be kind of questioning here. DRX forced bot into that round. The economy's going to suffer mightily. They're going to fall even further behind. They'll be coming into alt cycles, but so will MIBR potentially.
Big reveal, looking to try to clean him up, and Aspas has his back. Scopes in, looking for a little bit more, but it's going to be Genom able to collect 2 kills. He's got 2 basically stranded. Cloudburst to come down, but Aspas not to reposition. Hunter's Fury coming in. Bane does manage to get in on top of him with that judge in hand. Bruno looking for a kill, but instead just gets pulses, but look at the health on Bane and freeing. A 2v2, yes. The plant to come through, you would suspect, but not much HP to try to make a go of this. Already Verno starting to break down the door. Spike now being planted just under Heaven. He's gonna try to play back.
So much util here. Both players dead to a shock dart.
Yeah, even this might just end up being a little bit of a risk just because of that fact. Steel guard and just forcing down a classics perhaps. Cortezia will have one in hand, but Verno's able to avoid it.
Standing ahead.
You said a well-placed shock dart. He's still suspicious of this held position. Could just be their undoing. Bane needing to find this, and he has. It's freeing. Instantaneous with a shot on a Cortezia. Somehow they managed to pull off the MasterCard Thrifty.
That's just crazy. This is just MIBR thinking they're going to go for the fight. Mako's just bounding forward with a classic. Finds a kill, and they're able to keep Aspas pinned there into Wine. That could be a little bit of wind in the sails here for DRX. They've got a bunch of ults ready. Aspas just going to go for the blades, it looks like. Wants to save up. Try and get into another op as soon as possible. Again, looking for that box TP. Doesn't look like that's something that DRX wants to dig into just yet. Quick little dimensional drift here. Flashback.
Going to be shot. Spots 1, spots 2. Reposition there from Jenna. Makes his exit. Trying to play off that ping. Gets a little bit of damage in, but cannot find much more than that. Pulse going to be connecting from the Hunter's Fury, but kill not to be found. Plenty of damage going to be dealt, but so far, still going to be 5 steady here for MIBR as they get ready to try to go on the retake.
Got to look for that late lurk from freeing. Artisan can get in there. Oh, the convergent pass right on top of MIBR here.
Late being the key word, though. He is still a world away, just now starting to inch his way in towards mid. Fragment going to be sent, gentlemen. Needing a couple pumps of that nade. Steel Garden does come through. Paranoia finding a timing. Mako able to stave off Cortezia forward now. The drop down coming in. Gunman just doesn't have the weapon out to try to bail him out, but it's still going to be good. They find the kill on Artisan. Jenna finding one. Verno dead, and now it's just going to be the retreat here from the Omen of MIBR. DRX able to take the guns out of his hands. They tie things 3-3.
Yeah, this is a really nice setup for the post plant. That convergent path, just making a muck of things. Couldn't get it really to find as much value on Sunset, but here, it's a beautiful one, and freeing, able to bide his time. I think understanding that you might see that steel garden. I wanted to make sure that he was going to wait that ult out. I love the trust there from Yunmin. Let his teammates deal with the dash in from Aspas. Freeing's going to grab an Outlaw, go up against this weak purchase. Aspas, a Guardian, and light armor. A lot of ults had to be used there, though, for DRX. But the good news is most of the other ults of MIBR out of cycle, other than, obviously, the Omen, but also Artisan one away from his, so SFS spotted, tagged up, but not taken down, still in the fight. Shot here, goes wide from Freeing, he's in trouble.
Oh, he absolutely is, and he still takes one down with him. A bit peculiar, but will be. I've been able to get scooped up.
Time to jump.
You saw so many players over there.
Our team practically trying to backpedal, and he was praying that that was going to be a clone, but Flashback is there in the smoke. Coming up with the kill. Now, Aspas swinging all the way around through the spawn. Watch here from Bane. Nice.
Planted.
On that top mid position into Gelato. Along the box, but Aspas is going to be swooping in on the opposite side. Tries to get the reaction here in time. Aspas does manage to slide away, but Genum can't say the same.
Last player standing.
With a kill. Now Aspas all alone. Sprinting away quickly and efficiently as he can, but pings are coming down and Mako's on the prowl. He does not want this weapon to be carried over. He will deny it away. Nicely read on the retreat. DRX now gaining the lead 4-3.
Yeah, so even though Freeing goes down in a little bit of an awkward situation, that's A-okay, because he's going to see 3 players over there. So that gives them the info they need, the comfort that they want to make a move over towards the other side of the map.
Enemy remaining.
And they deal with push from Artisan with just a clone. So it's going to be a timeout here for MIBR. See if they can find their groove again on this defender's side. And it looked like to begin with that it was just going to be them maybe rolling away with things again. Such a good team on that side of the map, but things starting to unravel a bit, just like kind of like what we saw with Fnatic. The last time DRX played this map, they just got into a groove on the attacker's side. Their opponents just couldn't quite stop it. Start making some good reads, start spreading the map a little bit, getting that info, always having that late lurker. Now you've got Bane watching for that Aspas flank that he's been really wanting to go for this event. So the protocols here, preparation starting to shine for DRX. Are going to have the op available again for Aspas coming out of this timeout. That is always dangerous. Got to be ready for that mentally.
Another strong buy coming through. 2 half armors for MIBR. Do have that null command available for Artisan. Try to slow up some of these approaches, but for now, DRX sitting over towards the opposite side of the map. No presence on A whatsoever.
Kind of interesting if they're just going to take a challenge and scoop an orb, or they're maybe expecting Aspas to be playing this angle and they've got a flash there, try to bully him off. Regardless, they have accomplished their mission, getting very close to Flashback's ult.
The wall's not here. It's set up for a crunch in the market and pizza. DRX can just freely get themselves forward here. The Paranoia going to be sent on. They're not scaling off the back of that one. Held at bay. As that 0 point does come through.
That's a beautifully timed knife. Have to have some kind of awareness. Yeah, absolutely Bane does. On Aspas tracking duty. Mission accomplished.
Forces him back. Just a single shock dart, but now everybody from DRX getting ready to rotate over towards the more heavily stacked site. Recon going to be sent. Bane trying to still drum up some interest, drum up some attention here on B, but MIBR not falling for it.
This orb will give Flashback his ult. Dimensional Drift coming up very shortly. Meanwhile, Bane just going to be the trailing player this time.
My ult's ready.
Here we go.
As does go on, another 0 point going to be sent. Only connects here onto Mako. Spot of the 1, spot of the 2.
30 seconds
Fragment to try to delay the approach in through main. Holds him back for now, and Flashback, he's going to have to make his exit. He does, and he's right out into the open. Then on the counter swing, we'll be able to find Artistine, putting him down on the floor. Obviously, Red still potentially could come through as Aspas finds one, and Shannon is freeing there at back gen. Goodman needing to fight his way forward, manages to find another kill. Bane now on the approach with the spike, has to be collected, has to be planted. Dashes in, able to find it, but Verno finds the shock dart, and that's the round over. Bane just cannot clean them up. He's gonna try to find the plant money, but he's just gonna find a bullet here to the back of the head. Close, but no cigar. MIBR with Verno's util managed to get over the line to tie it up 4-4.
That's a big round for MIBR. Able to get a win against DRX's Dimensional Drift. And I think Flashback may be expecting that his team was going to be flooding onto site a little bit sooner, so Artisan's attention would have to be in a different direction.
What a lob.
Yeah,
just
use the voice, stop cloud there.
Perfect.
By emphasis. Let's go, wake up.
Spots trying to rally the troops here.
Kind of ironic, Mr. Sleepy himself saying wake up. Just joking.
Micro does sleep, and here he goes again! Aspas finds the collab, it's both duelists! Goes for another peek, but it's going to be Cortezia able to find that third kill. Bane gets a trade back. Tuck under. This might be completely unexpected, and it is. Aspas just sliding underneath the door like he's Indiana Jones. Verno will be there for the cleanup. What a shutdown, MIBR quickly dispatching the rush play.
Love to see it. Aspas is getting right ahead of that saturate, and right as Hyunmin's starting his dash, he gets hit. So the timing there, so well thought out by Aspas. Right as the execute is beginning, it is nullified. And now it's going to be DRX taking a time out of their own. Try to think things through. I mean, I think for me, for DRX, the rounds where they're kind of messing with the map a little bit look a little bit better, where they're kind of spreading and, you know, kind of flirting with one side versus the other, playing for some orbs. You're going to be able to get freeing and potentially Hyunmin's ults available if you can snag up both orbs early. So this is a good round to take a time out and really talk about how you can get some value out of those, because you don't want to squander another one like you did with Flashback's ult. Just do the best you can to mitigate Aspas's damage. He's got 12 kills already, and kind of wondering, you know, how much does he have left in the tank after yesterday? Still plenty.
Oh, yeah.
He is a bottomless well.
It's a source of infinite energy here. Aspas looking to try to guide them in towards an advantaged half. DRX not far behind. Just the one round separating here for now, but like you said, they're trying to go for these set executes, these fast hits. It has been not going the greatest for them, but it looks like they might just have another one here. Aspas once again going to get tucked in over at wide. Not this time, ends up going wide, but Artisan covering fire, able to find one. Gentleman stuck into the corner, forced down into the open where Aspas can collect, and just like that, they've been shut down.
Just beautiful there, the coordination. Able to do much better than they did against an Eco earlier. This time it's just a little bit of a delay from Artisan. Before he takes that swing. Yeah.
Now this wall continuously set up to try to cut off the crunch into market. Will be noted. Have to be a 3-2-1 go. Freeing. A nice shot, able to take down Artisan over here towards the spawn. Aspas now getting ready to go on the flank and flashback on a peak. Down the alley. Takes down Verno. TP here, however, from Genom arriving. Just in time to lose his gun. Does have this shorty available on both sides to hold down both. Push coming through, and there's the shutdown. Both of them utilizing him so well, but Bane able to collect as they run out of bullets, but he's down to 8 HP. Young Gun, the green Celsius versus the GOAT himself, and he's had him outdone. A Red Bull clutch from Bane, continuing to put up fantastic figures. Ties it up 5-5.
Wow. A little bit of a shaky decision for me. You got to clear boats. You know that it's going to be shorties in there. Still somehow, some way, Bane's able to find it. And then just takes an angle that Aspas isn't expecting, isn't ready for. Able to get that big clutch, the big Red Bull clutch. Now he's got his ult. Hyunmin has a convergent pass. Aspas does have the blades behind his operator. Crucial round here, pivotal round. Both teams all tied up.
Not going to go deep enough to get the spot here. Fake TP forward. Aspas now having to have his eyes trained on this bench angle. Flashback though. Check into the corner.
Gonna be ready for this.
Artisan here around this side. Phantom in hand. Shenum as a second layer. Below window. Verno. Similarly not going to be seeing much of anything out in mid. They're still going to be calling for the rotation as Aspas gets into position. MIBR very confident that this is going to end up being an A hit, especially as they now start hearing some of this util. Convergent pass at the ready. Recon going to be sent as well. Aspas trying to stick around there for the shot. Unable to find, but now flashback comes in from behind. Odyssey is going to be taken down as Bane is able to find him. Just Fury gets a pulse across. Aspas down to 70. Spike now being brought forward into the site. Seal Garden going to be invested here from MIBR to try to turn the tides of the round. Knives popped. Aspas for the peak. Nothing going to be spotted with Bane. In around the back. Able to find Cortezia. Aspas spotting out the feet. Takes down Mako. The dash in from behind. They're just drawing attention. It's freeing. Gets the flank kill. And Bane gets himself another 3K.
My goodness. It's that convergent pass that lands onto the players there at the short A door. Gives flashback the 2K here. Well, actually, Bane got the Hunter's Fury. Might have had it anyway. Aspas trying to get something done there, but all those players tucked into hell. He doesn't expect that extra layer. Somehow, some way, PRX able to fight back. Get themselves in a decent position because the economy a little bit off for MIBR coming in to this last round of the first half. To have no real big ults to speak of. Flashback getting close. See, MIBR really playing to contest both of these orbs early. They want to prevent DRX getting to that dimensional drift easily. Verno went away from a Hunter's Fury too, so if he can find a kill in this round, end up causing some problems. Gunman has to be so careful.
Artisan just there around that corner. Stinger in hand. Doesn't seem like he's going to go for any kind of peek here. Smoke just going to be cycled in. 0 point at the ready to try to get some information around A. Just on the edge of this one here. Cortezia find a couple shots, forces freeing back. The punish cannot be found, nor can any damage. Right now onto the side, actually getting ready to come through. Freeing still going to be a world away, but DRX getting poised to go here for the engage. Cortezia around the back, finding the lurk. Freeing going to be taken down, but Hyunmin flashback, finding one of pieces. Obviously the vertical get taken out of the equation, out of the half. Jedam now gone. It's just down to Aspas and Cortezia to try to see if they can clutch it up in a 2v4. Oh. First, Hyunmin gone, Bane low on health. Any lick of damage, and he will be dead. In around the top, spots the head, just can't quite line up the shot here. Aspas, shall fall. Presence is known, noted. Between a rock and a hard place, Cortezia being the 1v3, but the time is just not going to be on his side. DRX should have this round slated, as it's a clean tap, but he just does not have the time available. Cleans up another, can play for potentially an ace. He's trying to find it, but he cannot. DRX 7-5.
Pretty solid half for both teams, but DRX's attack side on Ascent continues to be just a bit better than their opponents. It's crazy from Hyunmin. Flashback as well.
By very narrow margins, we're going to go to a quick little halftime break, and when we come back, we'll see if MIBR can close this out. We are back and about to go into the second half here. MIBR trailing by 2 rounds. DRX able to close out a 7-5 half on their map pick of Ascent. MIBR have proven that they have what it takes, that they have the tenacity, the ability to dig deep to run this back, and it can all start here from the pistol. Have the lead 2-1 in that regard, but first we'll take a look at our Coinbase Econ report as we zoom in on Aspas himself.
He is him. We know that, and it's the snipers is where he's doing so much damage to you. And his ability to just be a difference maker is unparalleled. What else can you say? The man just always in the right place at the right time. You know, some of those aggressive line pushes backed up by Artizine that really slowed up DRX on a couple of those rounds. Sure, it gave him a thrifty, but another round you completely knocked him out. Stuff like that. Really important. Little peek there, but flashback not quite quick enough with the Sheriff. Find any damage. 0 point towards Market.
Oh, it actually does. Rhino chipped away at it a little bit.
Oh, he did catch up. Oh,
Cortezia.
Hello.
Fine freeing. That's just going to be straight up inside of B. There at Lumber under.
He didn't take any damage either to Cortezia.
No, he didn't. Clean little headshot. Flashback now. Going to be trying to scale forward. Jump peek there. Spots out 2. Challenges in for the fight. Finds some damage, but no kills to be found as Verno. Out doing pain as well at distance.
Just trying to challenge those fights.
Malcolm went around the back, but no one's scaling forward in mid now. He's going to be rotating away. Well, he's not really trained on this position, but with just the classic. Going to try to find some value. Doesn't manage to get one. Artizine taken down. Gunman arrives. He catches. Rifle there. Multiple players, but gets a quick headshot on Aspas. Takes a bunch of damage, but the 3 remaining players now here for MIBR, all fairly healthy.
Spike planted.
The smoke blooming, but Shen out so damn fast on the draw. The kill is found. The recon needing to be avoided. Mako, since upgraded to a ghost, needs to go absolutely nuclear.
Paranoia close could do it.
Not even going to go for it here. Counter swing, the jump. Verno able to shut it down. 3-1 in pistols. Now MIBR 1 round away from tying things up yet again.
Their stellar run on pistols just continues. Cortezia getting a great read on the freeing there. And winning this battle out in the mid. I mean, suppose you could say, oh, DRX, they've got the confidence to go for these fights, but MIBR so good in those moments. That's a massive pistol win for them. Now DRX just gonna gamble stack onto B, but this is seemingly a mid look for MIBR. The push out, at least gonna claim a prize in an orb. Cortezia, just a ghost. Has the wall tripped, so at least messing with their heads a little bit, our DRX.
Right here.
Let's see if they can close this out, but MIBR still leaning in towards mid to B, and that's where the bulk of DRX's forces are. Sure, it's just classics, but...
Being on the check, able to see at least Artizine there. Spawn's continuing to push.
He's going all the way into spawn.
There he is. That teleport gets taken.
He's lurking.
Yeah, flashback dead, but yeah, Aspas fully on this lurk. Hasn't spotted anything yet.
Might call him over. This could be a great read.
Checking towards window, a drone over the top of Verno. Clips on the Hyunmin. Pinged but not punished. Aspas on the peak is able to find Fring, and just like that, the spike is already trailing in behind him.
30 seconds left.
Coming down to 10. DRX now needing to pivot. Now they have this insertion here from Cortezia. Just the ghost, but still can find the jump here on the flashback. One tap, the back of the skull. IBR not looking to give any wiggle room here to DRX. Shenum taking point. Aspas continuing to swoop in around the back. There's the Paranoia connecting onto all 3. Should be able to tear him apart. Shenum looking involved at the very end. Just a flawless anti-eco from MIBR to bring us back to parity.
Just beautiful reads on the map. Finding the open space. Calling in the rest of the team there. So well done by Aspas in so many different ways. The initial shot on the freeing, so sharp, but it's all about his read on the map. That is stellar work. That makes that round so much more profitable for them than maybe it could have been, because it looked like they were going to commit to be heavy. They were already pushing in almost onto site. They get that information just in time before they commit. Flashback. Aggro. Ooh.
Quick refract away. Pop flash going to be sent, but Flashback not looking to try to push this smoke. Verna, however, does. This is his life forward as Aspas now going to be spotted out. Relatively trapped here in mid. Never mind. He's able to fight his way through. Flashback gives him an angle. Aspas takes it every day. Bring now on the peak. Quick on the shot. Some Cortesia. It's DRX back into a player advantage.
Just got to play contain here now as DRX. Don't want to give up any more freebies. That's brutal.
Kill on the Mako. Hyunmin now alone. Bane trying to check into mid. Just managed to do something. That's going to be the spike down. Needs to be recovered. Cloudburst available from Aspas to potentially just drop it, try to grab it, but Bane slotting forward, gets himself tucked in towards bench. Bring scouting into B main with that arc rose. Doesn't get any confirmation.
One enemy remaining.
That's going to be Aspas down on the floor. Shenham now. That's one to try to see if he finds some further damage, and he shall. Hyunmin
30 seconds left.
Taken out. 30 seconds to maybe try to play around with this. Bane just constantly changing position, gets himself all the way up the top mid now.
They're just going to hold for the flank angles. Maybe a timing here on the Shenham. Yep, Bane gets it. Yet another 3K for Bane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Texture's on here. Somebody's got to take up the mantle of this 3K. Quite able to really break into the 4Ks, not in this game. Good control in the mid, but still decent amount of damage going to be dealt here from MIBR. Players surviving, but then we go into the full rifle rounds. DRX, a narrow lead of 1.
Yeah, it was just kind of a wild round there. So many one-on-one fights being taken all across the map there. DRX just barely able to win out in that scenario. But I don't think that's a great game plan for success against MIBR. Too many shooters on this team. I think you're better off playing more like you did on Sunset, playing for those grouped settings, those crossfires, those time pushes. Those were really where you were putting the bread on the butter.
Come on in, and Flashback actually comes away with the kill. Barely takes any damage. Needs a partisan, and that's
deploying drone.
Lion's share of your flashes now out of the equation in the round.
Judge for Mako at 8. This time, doesn't want to try to challenge that angle outside towards main. He's going to be holding the line, but
Bane's about to peek in.
Wow.
He's about to find a kill.
Spike down mid.
Inferno picked apart. Basically all of your info gathering tools taken away now. Cloudburst to come through. No spam here from Flashback. Plays it quietly, plays it patiently, and looks to just try to scale forward. But he can now try to find the jump. Gets the one. That's the spike down here in market. The door is going to be shut. And it's Flashback coming away with 3 of his own. Flawless here from DRX to jumpstart the economy in the half.
Yeah, I like the adjustments that DRX is making here. Not going for those big individual plays other than Flashback. That's okay. He's been really good on that on the defender side. Saw it on Sunset. The rest of the team just playing contain, playing smart. Not giving up info. Huge that Flashback holds his fire there as they cross through the Cloudburst. Now it's going to be a timeout for MIBR. It's going to be their last one of Ascent. Already used one in the first half. Have to take a very early one here now. The MIBR fans want to rally their squad through, want this 2-0. The RX looking to take this to Lotus.
Fine.
Fine. Sorry, I'm just so used to Lotus being a decider.
That's fair. Did get that one avoided here in this series, but he said last time out on the map, barring this going to overtime, which is still close enough, could certainly happen here. Here's to see what the buy ends up looking like for MIBR. You can tell for the moment, not going to be going for any kind of full save. Likely going to be a play to get an orb onto Aspas, get those knives up and running.
Absolutely. He maybe the best to ever do it with the Blade Storm. Can't think of any other player I'd rather have in that position. And really, I'd like to see Artazine get some good flashes to set him up. Cortezia could potentially as well with the Arc Rose, but really it's that KO Jet combination that can really work some magic. But right now, they're just kind of spreading the map. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yep. Quick little check there, trying to get a trap. Does offer up a good amount of space for Mako to get forward with that judge, but everybody immediately backpedaling here from MIBR.
Now you can see DRX wants to prevent the orb. They don't want to give that Blade Storm to Aspas here.
This is going to be very dicey because he might be giving him even more. Bane, he's just in here on an island. The push coming through. Manages to find two. Aspas does get taken down, so now the knive's not a concern, but there is a weapon on the floor, but Flashback's got it covered. Smoke in. TPing forward into the corner. Arc Rose cleared. Shots ring out. Flashback looking like maybe caught a glimpse of the cloak. Alone against the wall. Two players pinned in at B main. Gunman's watching the retreat. Out from mid.
Shadows traveling.
Know that they haven't moved. Paranoia set the try to the lane. I'm not going to get caught by that one. Shot on a Flashback, could find a kill. Mako still with just that judge, but
30 seconds left.
very much looking to just overwhelm these players. Mako will fall. Cortezia draws down the Shenum, and Shenum gets freeing! How have they turned this around? Gunman now need to try to go in the clutch, but look, Cortezia, he's got the ult. Could just be an instant investment from him as soon as they hear Gunman nearby. Lets himself push forward, but neither player really taking too much damage. So now the Steel Garden does go through, Shorty in hand. Just looking to try to wait this out as patiently as possible. Zia slots forward just around the opposite side of the box. The gun now back in control. Locks on for one, spots the other. Of 1v1 to determine it all here for this round, and Gunman cannot find it! A massive thrifty here off the back of the heroics from Shenum.
That might be a round that haunts DRX for their champion's life. They have every advantage there. They've got a player towards sight, tucked in the corner. But the timing there for Mako, awful. Goes to refresh the util. And that's exactly when MIBR strikes. And they're so quick to react to those attempted covers.
Get out of my way.
Enormous window, enormous opportunity, one that MIBR certainly did not squander.
Oh.
TP going to be canceled there from Shenum. Three-player stack on this side of the map from DRX to try to counteract, but for now, looks like MIBR just looking to try to apply some pressure, get some util out.
There's no mid-control at all here for DRX. So this is going to open up the map a bit. You know, Hyunmin
tagged up.
Yeah, and thinking about trying to contest this angle, but now might think better of it. All that damage done, and, you know, so much attention being created here by Cortezia. And still got three planted on this site.
The onto him, dink through the wall, Flashback, take it low, take it down! Goes into the repeat, and things are starting to get out of sorts here for DRX. Straight damage found, freeing under some pressure. The push now in towards Market coming through as they try to backpedal. Diving right into the shoulder, freeing, able to find one. It's not ready for Aspas, who's able to strike yet again. Spike going to be picked up at 2v3. Mako still with just a judge in hand. We need to try to recover a weapon. Hyunmin only one nearby for the moment.
30 seconds left.
Look at Shenum.
Oh.
Mako absolutely
One
screwed.
enemy remaining.
Great layering here from the side of MIBR, and DRX completely caught off guard. Big overextensions, big misjudgments, big punish. MIBR will take this and tie it up at 9-9.
Yeah, and again, it's trying to challenge these individual fights against the MIBR players. Just not sure how I feel about it there, especially with the complete lack of mid-control and no real backup for Flashback on that op. He just goes for another peek of it. They just make mincemeat of him. Gun potentially held here. Just depends on the timing. Yeah, should be plenty of time, but Now DRX economy is in the gutter.
We see a timeout here.
Yeah.
DRX still do have one more. For the moment, seems like the answer is going to be no.
Spike down.
Freeing, pulling off the angle. I think it's a great opening shot, but maybe thought that Aspas was repositioning. Either way, let's get taken down from behind, but it looks like timeout call not going to be coming through quite just yet. 3 ultimates, nearly 5 available to the side of DRX. It's going to be a Marshall for flashback. Just the hero Vandal carried over from the gunman.
It's a tiles hit, like a delayed one?
Oh my like it, but able to find one, but Aspas does manage to find a pick there. Up in hand, spot out. Both players catching each other, but Aspas does catch a shot into the shoulder, down to 49. Just settling though. 1 for 1. The Vandal re-scoop back up here for flashback.
Not a bad trade. Don't mind the gamble on an eco like that. Trying to take some mid space, something you've been leaving a little bit wide open. And it does get you that kill. Puts things into parity. I mean, you've got some ults for this round. If things really start to go your way, if you're able to get yourself into a numbers advantage. Oh boy.
About to dissipate, flash connecting. Lets them know there's players here in B main. Bring no real way to try to go for this peak. Blooming and flashback into Collad. Bruno and Cortesia both going to be taken down. Might just be the hero play that they needed. Trying to make a go of this one. They're not backpedaling away. 20 seconds, no way to try to get this spike going through, you would suspect. They make it across in time to try to get this plant down. Mako, find the kill. Could absolutely be everything, and he finds it. Aspas draws down the classical round is already over. He now just needs to try to hold on to this up, and he cannot. It's another MasterCard thrifty as TRX reestablish the lead.
And it's that confidence that they're still showing, even though at times, maybe not the biggest fan of it, losing on some of those fights, but just finds the right angle for the collat. It's that early push out of mid that sets this round off kilter. Yeah, and that's a toughie for Fraud. It looked like maybe they were going to get themselves into a position to close this out into 2, and all of a sudden, it's all the ults. Yeah, all the ults for DRX.
And 2 players were a charge away, and they got him. Aspas up and over the top of the box. Flashback gets to readjust. He'll just go ahead, back away as a 0 point, and that dart do go out. Has to give up the space.
It's that util battle to control mid. Timing. Oh, Gunman saw Burno.
He's just waiting to go for the drone. Flashback, quickly exiting. This is firm mid-control at the moment for MIBR. Has to be a concern here for DRX.
Yeah, Burno doing a really nice job. Now, top the ult.
And let's go through. Double player, pull back into the back of sight here for the side of DRX. Shield guard and sent down from Ring, trying to delay, trying to take these weapons away, but Aspas still does have that op in hand. Artisan's going to be struck down, but Burno gets one. Flashback, pushing forward, finds the shot with a shorty. Get the player one player advantage now. It's Mako. His TP's in the boats fearlessly. Cover going down. Has been spotted since. Drop down coming through. Steadies it, finds one, and now is all alone. Cannot find Burno. Burno's good for the 3K, and he ties it up 10-10.
Just the patience in the beginning of this round from MIBR, the diligence with the utility to clear that mid space. Just give themselves that little extra angle. And Aspas so ready for Bane's peek around that box. Even though he dies quickly, they're able to play the trades. Everybody working together in tandem for MIBR. And DRX going to immediately rip a timeout. Try to see if they can get themselves through, go over to Bind. Used 3 ults in that round too. So you committed so much there to try to stall out MIBR. You know, that Steel Garden, just in a bit of a panic, it felt like, from Freeing, trying to buy some time for the reinforcements to get there. But the only player it really hit, I think, was Cortesia over in B main. The main bulk of the forces are able to stand right on the edge and just continue their march forward.
delay nearly as effectively as they had anticipated. Now, stress really starting to take its hold here on these DRX players.
This is where you got to lean in to those veterans. This is where you need those speeches from Aspas, from Mako to rally the youngins. Trying to see if they can get their heads on straight. Get this map out one way or another, but this feels on a knife's edge. This feels like it's anybody's map.
4-player stack here from MIB on the attack. 3 players from DRX. On this A side of the map. And Aspas just up over the top of the box. This 0 point gets a spot on the 2.
Both duelists.
Oh. Mako just going to be backpedaling away deeper onto the site.
It's kind of curious. What does MIBR want to do with that info? Have to suspect that there could be another op coming into this round. Had the cash for it. Had the early read on the position of Flashback. Trying to dodge that as best as they can. Mako trying to get a little bit aggro with Hunmyeon, but back off a bit. That doesn't give you much.
Spot on the 1.
Yeah, he's usually out on his own, but the reinforcements are very quickly behind this.
They're piling over. It's not going to be the greatest spot to try to utilize a Hunter's Fury for either. Flashback still dialed in over here towards mid. I don't think that they're going to give him the opportunity at all to go for this shot. And Bane needing to be the ones, and right now the Thorns popped early. That 0 point got ready to come through.
On the wall.
Aspas keeping forward, ready to hit the switch. Door going to be shut. Double tuck in towards boats here from the DRX players. The need to be heroes to try to hold this line. Mako still looking for a late linger. Freeing's going to be good for 2, though, as Artesine and Aspas both can take it down. The Storm still approaching, still looking to push in as the spike is down on the floor, but he's able to find Hyunmin, takes him down. Bane finding it again, the time now starting to dwindle. Looks for a little bit more, and Shinham all on his lonesome. Cannot make it happen. They do what was asked of them. They hold the line. They get DRX back into a 1-round lead.
Yeah, just phenomenal stuff from Freeing. Holding on the back, through the box to the first, immediately just over towards Aspas. Up past over towards Zenom in the back. Able to find one on the cross, but DRX quick enough to get there, and it's because of Freeing and a little bit of help from Bane.
They took the operator.
They've got
from
2?
Aspas, they've got 2 operators, rather, from Shinham.
Let's go.
Had it in hand at the end, so yeah, they do have a double op setup. Flash going forward into the face of Cortesia, but no one else there. And then waiting on the peak. Cortesia, I mean, he's been very good about reaching this position, opening things up just like that. He's done it again. Feels like for the 3rd time. And immediately the call to reinforce this position comes through. Bane now has the operator in hand. Flashback still a world away.
Cutting through.
I think he's just good for another one. It just feels like he's got this angle.
Flash is sent, and that means you know where the Yoru is at, you know where the other op is going to be. Dimensional drift now in play. Flashback rushing forward, gets a spot onto several. 0 point connecting there onto Bane. Just going to have to try to backpedal, and now suddenly 2 operators. I think it's the last weapons you could possibly want to have. Bane does get a swap over. I think shot attempt, but Aspas already down into the side, able to open things up as Bane falls to the wayside. Yeah, Thrifty, they could pull it off, and now they've got a 2-player advantage. TP4, the shot goes wide, not able to find the connection there.
30 seconds left.
Somehow not getting that hit.
Planted.
And DRX, they're backing away. The weaponry already given over from the 2 players' deaths. Far too much given the numbers. They have to just sit back as the spike goes off, and MIBR continue to play this neck and neck alongside them.
Just beautiful work again from Cortesia. That just breaks things open for MIBR.
Don't peek him.
No, I don't. Look, and again, this is something that's kind of bothering me here, watching DRX, is some of these decisions they make. Okay, that's nice for Freeing, but in the end of things, not the most consequential, but it's holding that angle. You know, I suppose, again, confidence is one thing, but he's just got it, man. You can't keep doing it like that.
Another MasterCard Thrifty in the series. 11-11. I wish. Good lord. Fantastic opening shot, and then Steel Garden, so Bames just absolutely dead to rights. Incredible tenacity here on display from MIBR. Remember, this is after 2 rounds ago. The timeout call coming through, getting DRX their own conversion.
Yeah.
And them into this lead, but now squandered.
And previously, the attacker side has been a real struggle this year for MIBR on this map. This is where they really just couldn't find their footing.
I just mentioned it. They haven't won on this map this year.
That's correct.
Still been though. Flashback does find a very nice timing. Leads a boss who just wasn't expecting the boldness of the play. Spotted a Hyunmin. Little fun court to see in there mid-air. Peeks back, refracts away. Flashback once again trying to fill this space and will be able to put down Artesine. Spotted, dodges the saturate, but cannot dodge that bullet. Jenna will have to be an ace clutch to get MIBR up to map point, to match point. He's taking the first step.
I have the spike.
He's got his ult, but not really the space to go for it. Of course, he has no info too, so not really looking to probably go for that, I would think.
At least 1 to 2 more kills.
Yes. It looks like DRX just playing for the spike plant before they try to collapse on it.
30 seconds left.
Timing here at window.
Push out, and Hyunmin will be able to find him. Susses it out. A 3K for him. Map point for DRX. 1 more to try to push just the distance in to bind. MIBR, though, an opportunity to get into another overtime after a massive day of overtimes just yesterday.
And it's just another mid-push out from Flashback like we saw in a Thrifty they won earlier. He had a Marshall previously. This time he has an op.
Hitting the brakes. 1 enemy.
He's able to knock the GOAT out of the equation. Hyunmin has been really stellar some of these rounds. You've got a Hunter Spirit, you've got an Odin, you've got an Operator.
The question, does it come to an end right here, right now? TP over towards Bo. It's freeing, fully blinded up, but obviously the cancel's going to be coming through. Hunter Spirit going to be called out. Hyunmin again, scaling forward, gets something in the mid, is able to find Shen in front, going to be taken down as Bane. Picks him with the ult. Aspas forward at stairs, saturated into the corner.
Whoa!
But Zia healing fire, able to find Flashback. Saturate has expired. Aspas looking to try to get Hyunmin out of this fight. And he's done just that. The knive's now going to be popped into 3v3. Map life on the line here for MIBR. Bane's still at alley. For now, they just pump the brakes. Slowing everything down. Looking for this check. Freeing loses his head. Aspas looks to send this into OT. And he has! Unbelievable!
The man just cannot be stopped. He's done it again. A huge multi-kill to give his team hope to send it to overtime. My God, he's unbelievable.
Absolute beast. A 4K to inspire a nation. The weight of Brazil on his shoulders, and he is bearing it. As we now go into overtime, Aspas, the glass cannon, at the ready, and this has to be anticipated by DRX.
Oh, you know he's going for it early, for sure. It's just a matter of can you even stop it? Many have tried, few succeed.
Majority of the time, the answer is going to be no. Forward in the mid, the drone up over the top, but nothing to be spotted here.
Yeah, that smoke covers Aspas's position.
A very minor spot on a 1. Trying to bait out a shot there with that clone. But Aspas not going to be flashed. Gets away from it, takes down Flashback. It's an early advantage for MIBR.
That same angle that caught Flashback previously. They're trying to remember. Sometimes Hyunmin likes to get up on that wall.
Going to the corner, Shenum quickly repositioning as Mako counter-spraying back to the smoke, is able to find him. Shenum going to be taken down now suddenly into a 4v4. Artesine still here on the A side. Aspas not too far away, but for now has eyes trained in on this approach from Cat.
Just going to come down to this timing for Bane.
Doesn't have a drone to try to really push him off the angle. Does have a recon. At the same time,
30
to try to hold this line. Goes out into the open. Mako able to take him down. The switch is going to be hit. Thorns cleared. Mako gives away. Shot connecting. Bane down low. 11 HP on him.
He hit Mako through the wall too.
Forced to be rerouted. That's amount of damage. Inferno with one more shock dart. Might just be able to find a kill still. The door broken. The final shock is sent. Recon still in the back pocket to try to spot out some of these players. A lot of this is going to be on the shoulders, you would suspect, of 10-minute freeing. Sit there in hell, waiting for the approach. Quick to Zia, pushing down the spot up and freeing, able to hold his own, finding the first. The swing out, Gunman hits the other. DRX. Loose flashback early, but they rally back in the round. They regain the lead, they regain map point.
Just unbelievable that they come through in these situations, but Mako, wise to that TP play of Zenom, takes him down. That's Aspas hitting him through the wall with the op, by the way, and still finds a 3K somehow. Good post-plant discipline there. Having those long angles covered. And a good timing from freeing.
No timeouts to be seen here. No operator either for DRX. It's a full right to purchase is Mako. Immediately teleporting toward it, but they've completely forgotten about top mid. Aspas just found a Bane now. Take him down, flashback, tagged, dead! DRX get way too antsy, way too aggressive, and MIBR just swat them away. Freeing now, need to try to hold the line, get the thing on the one, but cannot find the follow-up. Verno strikes him down, and Gunman now. No 1v4.
Planted.
This is far from over.
Yeah, no util here for Hyunmin to use.
Drone will check. Gets the tag. It's a Hunter's Fury built up. Dodges the first, dodges the second. The third, however, will get the catch. Now the flank is in. Fortezia shuts him down. It's 13-13.
This time MIBR is ready for those mid pushes, those attempted tile crunches. They have some different flavor to it than usual, but Mako's just out in the open, and Aspas is like, where you going? Nowhere. That's where you're going.
Yeah. Right back into the spot over the gray screen.
Great
go
read,
once
though.
Again. Once more over onto the defense. Aspas, the operator, another chance to knock them out of the park.
Yeah, DRX able to get past it in terms of giving over a first kill to him in the previous round where they were on the attack side, but that's not odds I'd like to take on a consistent basis.
Aspas just tucks back, doesn't clear the drone. Big TP, trying to keep some attention there, but Aspas already deep enough back into the spawn. Artisan taking point. Fragment at the ready to try to hold the line. Clone leads the charge. Flash through. Get themselves forward over towards Switch. But Artisan gets the transfer as Hyunmin and Flashback both fall down. Unbelievable shots here from the KO. Sends to the pop flash. Will end up getting eliminated. Freeing, gonna be good for one, but still disadvantaged here. DRX. Mako still holding back inside main. There's a recon. Draws the attention. Freeing swings off it beautifully. He brings it back to parity. But Aspas now arriving around the back. No util to hold this off. Nothing to alert them. And he could absolutely be their undoing here in this moment. A smoke does come through.
30 seconds left.
Getting a read, getting an understanding of this, but now he knows that everyone's going to be forward, trapped here into the site. Paranoia from Shenum. Sending it towards this door. Mako maybe the one to get caught, but now the spot coming through. Mako pushing forward, the fadeaway shot as Shenum does fall. Another smoke gets cycled forward, trying to cut off Aspas, not give him any access. Some noise made there from Verno. Now take it down, DRX. How do they keep doing this? They suffered the early loss, but they still managed to steady the ship in the mid-round. Nothing more for Aspas to do. DRX will once again move up to map point.
It's unreal. I mean, credit to both teams here on this map. They are fighting tooth and nail. and you lose both your duelists. Oh, what a transfer. But freeing there, playing off that recon dart perfectly. What a tee up from Bane. And he's going huge in this round. The Sentinel player for DRX, and that's gotta be frustrating for Artesine in particular. MIBR wants to think about this one. Yeah, he's got his head in his hands. Felt like that was the opportunity, and it slips away. So many what-ifs in this map right now.
Timeout call. MIBR bending the knee first, trying to get themselves realigned, continue this Ouroboros of overtime. Just have it go back and forth. DRX looking to bring this to a conclusion, 15-13. It already feels like it's a third and final map, but this is just map 2, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're joining us late.
I mean, tell you what, MIBR has given you some great Valorant in terms of just the quality of matches you've been seeing the last couple of days. DRX too for sure, but these MIBR matches are something else.
There's certainly been some messiness, mud in the mix there. These teams are playing at their peak and they're pulling off these heroic plays. It is just fantastic to witness. Still no change up here. DRX not looking to try to throw a curveball and catch them off guard with an op of their own. Sticking to the rifles. This time, much more reserved approach it would seem. TP forward into mid from Mako.
Seen this look from freeing, or from flashback, excuse me. This time he pushes out, but there's a drone. You got a TP, yep, for sure. Good re-clear there from MIBR with the drone.
Also know where he ended up. Back over towards that A side of the map. Hyunmin looking for the peak. Spots ready for the potential scaling into mid. DRX playing this one back, playing this patiently, not wanting to repeat the failures 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, it seems like during the timeout, talk was, don't give up anything for free early. Be a little bit more default. Try to get the info and make your moves. Quick clear of that recon. Doesn't give any extra info over. It's a singular player, and you don't know if that's just Cortezia or not.
Flashback coming back over. Horn's going to be popped. Horn just sent through. Osbos going over towards Switch, but freeing, tucking in to a different position. Able to find 2. Who are now going to be broken. Bane finds the eliminations, and suddenly it's just Verno. They cannot make it happen. 15-13. Y'all better strap in, because this series is not over yet.
Unbelievable resilience here from DRX and MIBR. Both teams had their moments, but they couldn't close it out.
One more spot, one more map bind to decide it all.
Game changers. It's about competition, pure happiness. It's like a crazy experience. We're making history. It means so much to us. It's good to be back.
I guess I know what I've been looking for, success.
The beauty of gaming is it doesn't matter who you are. And as long as I'm good enough,
Everybody's getting a 4K.
I can go as far as I want.
That's what I like to see, baby.
全世界都会知道我们的厉害。
Are your Valorant esports instincts next level?
This man is a big player in big games!
Prove it. Put your game sense to the test with the all-new VCT real-time prediction game, Shot Call. It's a Twitch desktop extension available exclusively on official VCT broadcast channels. With Shot Call, you and your friends will be able to call your shots, score points, and earn rewards. Here's how to play. During the official champion streams on Twitch, open up the Shot Call overlay on screen to make real-time predictions by answering questions. Whether it's predicting a Forsaken clutch or correctly calling a site rotate before it even starts, you'll score points, climb a live leaderboard, and have the chance to win prizes. Play along seamlessly with Shot Call's built-in notifications, or open the extension in full to check your progress and see how other viewers are guessing. You can call the shots during VALORANT Champions Paris starting on September 12th. Tune in, try it out, tell us what you think.
Ok, est-ce que vous avez un peu d'énergie encore? Alors, on a refait le jeu avec le ballon parce que ça fait marrer tout le monde, voilà. Ça fait marrer les équipes, vous avez trouvé ça marrant. Donc on est reparti, comment tu t'appelles?
Jota. Yes.
Ok, portugais?
Portuguese, yes.
Ok, ça marche. Et on peut se parler portugais contigo. Et toi, ton nom?
We're going to map 3, baby. Exactly what you want to see in the lower bracket here at VALORANT Champions. And boy, oh boy, did TRX make fans in Pacific sweat, because that was an absolute nail-biter, Bea.
That was so interesting to watch. I think that it was so enjoyable. I will say, MIBR for tooth and nail, another overtime that does not go their way. As we can see in the team performance graphic right here, getting the spike done almost meant a guaranteed win round for both of this. But it's very surprising to see how DRX plays this map, how effective they were on the executes, and actually how well they were playing the defense, actually making MIBR waste a lot of time.
Yeah, I aged about 50 years, I think, during this game. Watching this, man. I mean, I couldn't believe it, the state it was in. It was going left, right, up, down, wherever the hell you wanted to see it go, but my God, did Freeing put up a performance? And everybody had individual moments, really, but you saw highlights mainly from Freeing, mainly from Bane, clutching up critical, crucial rounds, winning thrifties, winning these insane clutches, moments like this where you're seeing a double shorty setup held into the back of the site, instant reposition into the perfect place for the Aspas repeak. Like, very intelligent plays. When Bane is clutching like this, it feels like this DRX team cannot be stopped.
He's been so good in the clutches. I think that he's been in so many and winning these circumstances. For the side of Flashback, love the initiative that they had here on mid, especially from the defense, to just, again, make MIBR waste time, waste resources, and trying to get a kill or two. Definitely, it got very, very close, but I'd love to see that we're getting to a map number 3.
Oh, for sure. But you know what, though? One individual who we need to make sure that we highlight was Freeing. he was unbelievable. He's the reason why, and not the reason, but I would probably say one of the biggest reasons why they find themselves in this Mat 3 battle.
So many difficult rounds. I think that especially with all the vibes that we're seeing, how the ults are impacting the rounds, how the timings are still not there for some of the teams, like how to react and like play around it. But I think that Freeing did an amazing job, especially from the defense, hard anchoring the sides, helping a lot in the overtime to get here.
Yeah, I mean, they have just been absolutely putting up the good numbers. And I mean, when we've been walking outside as well, we've been seeing these DRX, they're cheerful, they are joyful, they're not
full of
feeling
energy
stressed,
as well.
right? They're full of energy.
Yeah.
They're taking this almost like it's a light stroll in the park, when it's not. It's an elimination game. It's everything on the line. It's your hopes and dreams of your entire region of Korea that are on your shoulders. And the exact same can be said for MIBR. And I don't know which way this is going to be going. Like, towards map 3 for Bind, we're going to be seeing probably double duelist versus double duelist as an option between the two teams. How that clash is going to work out, I'm not too sure, but it is the bread and butter of how DRX love to play. Bind is a very exec-heavy map. It is in their comfort zone, and I've got a feeling that they can do it. They can break this 5th, 6th narrative that's been chasing them for so goddamn long, and finally getting past that and breaking past the ceiling, and who knows past that. It genuinely feels like it, but they still have to contest with MIBR, and they still have to contest with Aspas, who has never not, every time he's attended a Champs, never not made top 3.
Which is a wild statistic. But there is Bind. That will be the battleground for our final map between these two teams. And yeah, I mean, as far as compositions, who knows?
Yep.
I think, like, you're really going to be keeping your eyes on that young man right there, Verno. It's a tall task ahead of him as the caller for this team to figure out how to ensure that they can break through the defense of DRX, because they will be starting on the defensive side. Meanwhile, you have Aspas, who has been great this series, but there have been moments where you're seeing some of those issues kind of play out for MIBR, where they need to go fast and they're not, and it's partly because of the way that they're approaching a lot of these fights, a lot of these executes. It makes you wonder what they're going to be picking here on Bind.
Probably because of that reason, we should look at Artsy. He was not having the best performance there on Ascent, especially because he's been treating us during this Champs with his individual level. So now with him being on that Euro, when we speak about the double duelist, we need to see that resurgence coming in from him.
Absolutely, because he's going to be the one creating space for Aspas to take over. That's the style that they play. Adesine puts his body and his life on the line. And the reason why MIBR have been doing so well this event is because he hasn't just been feeding. I'm going to put it bluntly. He's actually been feasting, man. It's like Leo got plastic surgery to look like Adesine out here. But he needs to put up here when the pressure is at its height, when this stage, and look at him, man. His head is in his hands. It is immense to put on the shoulders of a player like this when this team didn't even think they would even be here to get the opportunity to compete in Champs. This is the culmination of your entire year, and it is immense. The pressure will either crush or create diamonds.
Yeah, for DRX, at the beginning of this match, we were speaking about Mako and the performance that he had on this map against G2. One of the reasons that DRX managed to stay alive in the competition. So my eyes have to go to him, to the experience. I like to see that the duelists on the side of DRX are feeling comfortable, because starting from the defense, I want to still see the proactivity that we were seeing coming in from Ascent. Take that energy, turn it into confidence, and just go in their heads. Get in their heads.
This is it. This is it. It all comes down to the wire. DRX, MIBR, one map to settle the score. Let's go ahead and send it over to your casters, who I'm pretty sure their blood pressure is very high right now. Here's Achilles and Paper Thin on the mic.
I don't think that we are the only ones. I think everybody watching here in the arena around the world, whether you're cheering for MIBR or DRX, we should all agree to go see a cardiologist after this. I think it's necessary. I think it would be a good precaution. That last map absolutely delivered on all fronts, and it now brings us to this final map of Bind to see who is making it to the top 4 and who is having their year come to its conclusion. Bren just mentioned it, MIBR, the expectations for them to even make champions were not there, let alone to make it this far. The same could be said for DRX. Both of these teams in attendance on a technicality now are here fighting for that final spot.
Now, both of these teams have been defying the gravity of their situations they found themselves in throughout Champions. But it all comes down to this, a map that MIBR clobbered Fnatic on, a map that DRX bested G2 on to send themselves further into this event. So both these teams, I think the relative power levels here pretty equal. Oh, flashback, yeah. that alerts him that there might be some extra players around that corner. He's quick to peel back, get a little bit of extra help from freeing around this Showers corner, trying to maintain this angle. In. Oh, what a prowler!
The back. Playing off it beautifully. Great little bait there as Flashback swoops in to collect the opening kill. That gives MIBR certainly some pause.
It's a beautiful delayed setup there. What a great reaction. Flashback just saying, hell, hold on, hold on. Wait a second, Bane, and we'll catch him.
Yeah, just fishing for a stray shot to be found. Haunt out the teleporter. Bane jiggling the corner. Goes ahead and backs away. So MIBR now so set up. Goes for him at range. Some shots flying. Burno going to be taken low. Down to 13 HP. Ospa similarly tagged up. Does eat a good amount of damage himself. As Boombot into the corner. Immediately gets a spot. Bane, the jig is up for him. Now needs to try to fight his way out of this corner. Put some damage down, but Ospa gets the better of him. Getting his head off there. That Ghost in play. Cortezia having to back away. Eventually gets the finishing shot there. Automako, but the time is dwindling. Cortezia again delivering, finds Hyunmin, but freeing. Down here at backside to try to interrupt. Spike, however, going to be planted all the same. The swing coming through. He's eventually able to find it, but now it goes into a 1v1. Shenum at 40 HP is just not ready for the arrival in Hookah. DRX will find their second pistol win of this series. Start off blind strong.
And that pick they find at the beginning of the round proves to be the difference maker here for DRX. Some post plants that almost get broken open by some phenomenal sheriff shots from Cortezia, but freeing answers in kind with a 3K, picking up right where he left off from the first two maps. He is having his best day when DRX needed it most.
Ospa though, eventual big changeup that could catch them off guard. Full armor outlaw coming through. Sheriff as well. I mean, Cortezia, the way that he's been hitting with it. Keep that in hand.
Everybody on DRX is full armor. But if anybody can do it, you know it's him. A little bit of respect being shown here. Bane.
Actually at risk, but shot does not go through. Gets the spot. Bad news as well as far as what the weaponry looks like.
Really cautious here, wondering if maybe Flashback would try to take some space.
Shot attempt, some spam out. And then just fishing. Flashback though, maybe about to be under some pressure, sees the wrist, turns from it. Prowler does not find him! And Burno goes down! Flashback quick to get the second. What is he eliminated? Well, player advantage. Pressure starts mounting. Ospa's needing to find some success here with this outlaw sooner rather than later. Freeing the spot. Three swings out. Just sprays down as Ospa does fall. Flawless anti-eco DRX at 2-0 start.
Oh, that's brutal. For MIBR's economy, fantastic for DRX's. Big smile there from Mako. He's taking the reins of this DRX team to get him here this far.
Is the Prowler itself blinded by Odyssey's flash? Insane. Weren't able to get the spot out.
Flashback opting into the outlaw here. Scooped it up.
He knows a couple of them are going to be susceptible. It's really just Ospas though. If he can find him, critical target.
Might have a chance.
Oh. Looking for the aggressive teleporter play, something that MIBR certainly will have studied, given how impactful it was from DRX. It just goes ahead, grabs that orb, TPs right back across towards that B side of the map.
Love how creative they are with that fade util through the TPs. Freeing, maybe backed off the angle, has to throw the snake bite. Falling back just a bit. Smoke comes down from Mako. Trying to buy a little bit of extra time, but not much information being given over here by MIBR.
Just realized Artisan doesn't have any flashes. Didn't have the purchase to come through for this one. Wanted to be able to get the full armor, I suppose, but not having any. Feels criminal. Still certainly play their way forward. Get this anti-bonus across the line, but things are very much scattered. Similarly for Shenum, not wanting to be susceptible to that outlaw. Just has a sheriff in hand. Nade's going to be exchanged while it goes out. Hyunmin Cortesia on the side of this one. It's going to be spotted. Target marked. Dash at the ready, just making a quick exit back over towards Dice. Now the approach coming through, freeing Striking, able to find one. Burno through the back. Kevin going to be taken down. Spray out from the Spectre, finding some damage, but not finding the kill that they really want to find. He's freeing now. Last one alive. Damage dealt plenty, but now he falls down to 11. Looks like overall this might end up being a very clean anti-eco, or anti-bonus, I should say, from the side of MIBR.
Just don't want to lose any more. Love to keep those 4 rifles over. A lot of damage done to the shields.
Himself a second, but Cortesia healthy enough. Maintains the line and gets MIBR up on the board. Some damage found.
Kind of curious here if DRX is going to keep digging into these late round lurks where if MIBR isn't going to contest anything within the first minute or so, that's when they start sending freeing out on those missions. That's something that MIBR is going to have to be tracking very diligently. Make sure that those backstabs aren't going to be a problem. Now a little bit of change of positions. Got Mako over on the B side. Swapping the controllers, freeing over to the other. Flashback continues to put pressure through showers.
MIBR doing well to avoid it. Show towards this B side. Flashback once again teleporting into elbow. Position to try to slow down this approach, but now they know they've got that A side teleporter control. This would be a TP pivot, but Spike is actually going to be playing in over towards Hookah. Mako quickly clears the Prowler. Molly at the ready if he wants to try to buy some extra time. Thinks twice about it.
Just going to smoke that off. Sends MIBR packing a bit. So they're going to delay for their moment to strike. Usually this is a team that likes to claim some space early and then kind of plant their feet. Aspas still wants to challenge. Oh, right, that smoke. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
True. Getting a little bit too antsy there. A little bit over-eager. Aspas quickly dealing with him. And it's going to be eaten, but Cortesia
30 seconds
finding freeing here on the A site, and that's going to keep attention tied here. As he finds another Bane now, taken down in around the back. Hyunmin out of the smoke, also dispatched. Flashback now, frantically going to try to hold on to this operator, but he's completely surrounded. Just strafing into the angle. Cortesia should be favored for it, and he is. One tap, one kill. Flawless round as we get tied up 2-2.
Impeccable from MIBR. Cortesia just by himself, blowing this one out of the park. Blowing even a save attempt from DRX of being even thought about, even being dreamt about. Just gonna fire him up.
It's 8-2-0. Hit online now. Just even see it invested. Trying to prevent any kind of thrifty action from DRX.
Just great reads there from MIBR on the tendencies of DRX. Knowing that Mako was going to be near that smoke, Aspas was pressing it the whole way. And then DRX still even trying to hold A, and they lose out to Cortesia. Almost again, flashback. It's a bit of a peak, but not able to pull the trigger in time. A little bit of util here to clear out towards B long. Weaponry not the greatest. Flashback. Going quick on the edges.
Looking for a strike, but this time Mako not going to be rewarded. Flashback. I mean, if he was trying to do a clone fake, there's no one to see it. Swinging all the way around through the attacker's spawn.
And these are these mid-round pauses that DRX is trying to find ways to take advantage of.
Prowler chasing, Mako dead. Hyunmin, however, 2 quick shots, looking for that third, he's got it! Aspas, his attention just fully tied in on that haunt. And looks for another one. Does get dealt with. Cortesia, however, now dead. Bane cleans up the kill. Shenum now going to be spotted. Trying to commit in for the plan, but flashback on the deepest lurk that we've ever seen comes in. gets his value and gets a MasterCard thrifty for DRX to reestablish a lead.
They've done it again. They found ways to get through, and it's Hyunmin who shows up big with the Sheriff.
30 seconds left.
Being a little bit patient there. And Vayne gets into the mix.
30 seconds left. Spike down.
Solid stuff.
Delayed on the final, but Aspas is desperately trying to get rid of that haunt, but it is his undoing. Massive round from Hyunmin. There's once again pressure over towards Showers. 3 players stacked up on A. Vayne just going to be clearing the clone. As all the rest of MIBR on the approach into Hookah.
Showstopper here for Aspas. Even though they take the Hookah space, they're going to shift their weight over to the other side of B, towards Long, try to challenge Vayne. Checking to confirm. We're not too sure on the number of players.
Showstopper coming through, and it's right at Vayne's speed. Aspas eating some damage, but once again, able to find the value, finding the kill. Cortesia starting to push his way forward. Riding alongside this enemy Viper wall here within Hookah. Mako does get tagged down.
Slow down.
Saturate over towards guard, and Convergent paths as well, just trying to be invested. They quickly try to exit, at least pull back over towards the teleporter. What damage suffered though, Hyunmin down to 8. Now the teleport play coming in and flashback, needing to deliver. Narrowly makes his way into the dimensional drift, makes his exit. But where does he go from here?
30 seconds
All
left.
of MIBR encroaching on this position, gives it another check. Deals out of the ultimate.
Spike planted.
Scoped in, but Aspas really needs to try to push for this one, but Chen Cortesia both going to be taken down. Verno now dead! Aspas at 13 HP. He's able to find one. It's a 1v3. And even for the GOAT, it's a bridge too far. Flashback pulls up the greatest escape. Ensures a victory in the round for DRX.
The game plan there, so solid from DRX.
Spike planted.
I don't know.
One enemy.
There's just been so many of these moments for DRX where their players are on low health and they're still able to come out with big rounds. I mean, we saw it from Verno on Sunset as well, but it's all about that convergent pass force into the TP. That's just exactly what DRX wanted. Flashback has the response with his ult. Great confirm, freeing with the pit, throws it right off the rip at 8. Wants to lock down short.
Flashback now with change-ups, playing around that shower. Himself on a line, Vayne trying to beat them forward, grabbing that orb. Zone ult now ready to go. MIBR not liking what they're not seeing. Decide to back away.
Yeah. This is going to be tough for them. If you go A, you got to find a way around the pit. If you go B, you know that that Nightfall is going to be there. You do have a Nightfall of your own, of course, and if you can get to that post plant, you've got Cortesia's pit. See how they want to approach this. Still got a ton of util to work through. Could isolate, freeing here.
He's going to have to commit the Nightfall, so yeah, will do so. Bring Decade down to avoid the nade. Prowler on the check, but Aspas on the floor. Odyssey does manage to go ahead, trade that one back. The pit now going to be dropped. Mako dead inside lamps. Great shots here from the Euro. It's going to be the match going on for himself, getting the spot out. Quick little pump back from Verno, trying to avoid losing out on his audio. As he rejoins in with the rest of the team, makes his exit, and now the plant can come through. Back still situated over on the opposite side of the map. The blind is there. Verno's going to be taken down. The pit now in play. MIBR trying to get this one across the line, but the pit does not cover the plant. Push someone to a different angle though, but Hyunmin barrels his way through lamps. Now suddenly Cortesia has to drop it. Instantly finds a shot. Flashback taken down. The 1v2. Some damage dealt. Is trying to whittle away, trying to eliminate, isolate as much as he can, but Baines is playing on a line. They have him down so very low. The defuse being stuck. He's got to try to break it, but he cannot. DRX maintaining control, maintaining composure. Now get themselves up 5-2.
How have they done it again? In a man disadvantage. Freeing there does well to get one, but a nice follow-up. So it's a 3v4, but these Prowlers have been on point from Bane to set up his duelists. What a showing he has had here at Champions, no matter how this turns out. Bane has been stellar. And a little bit scary for sure, but TRX able to snatch a round away from MIBR where they commit their ults. And that breaks their cycle a bit, and DRX is going to be coming into a slightly better one.
Work cut out for them here in this timeout. Fraud needing to establish some control here within the players. Have to remember what DRX was doing to be able to get that massive lead, I believe a 10-2 half versus G2 on this very map into a 13-7 closeout. Changing up the setups here, moving flashback around the map, but also just hitting some absolutely disgusting shots.
Crazy shots. And just they're really on point with some of their decision making with their util in particular. The ults have been really nice. Hyunmin's almost into another convergent paths. Both Mako and Jenam, the Brims, going to be one away from their ults. But, yeah, DRX has been so tricky with these setups. This is another TP crunch. And it works.
Very well being. On's going to be cleared though. It seems like told flashback. If you're thinking about teleporting, don't do it. There's a lot of them.
It's too many. Too many for the op.
It's going to be the orb tank here. Orbital strike online for Jenam. Some thrifty magic for MIBR would be a great way to try to get themselves back into this, but like you're pointing out here, flashback is taking some very deep space out towards Fountain.
Exactly, and Mako got his ult off the orb take on the other side of the map, so now he rotates over, has his strike. Maybe delay or get a kill on a plant. Sidestep from freeing. Noise being made. Flashback's just going. He's just expecting that in the long run, this is going to be an A hit. So he can just